Okay, welcome everyone. It's time for another old games on a weekday, and you know what I'm doing? Yeah, I played Intellivision last week for Intellivision Day, but now we're back on track. We're getting back on track with the Nethack run that's already in progress. Woohoo! This is part 10, and this is better than my last run that I did on a stream, in which I had 13 parts and I died at the quest for the samurai. I actually I guess it's worth a recap of last stream. That was part 9. Not part 9. I actually beat my quest for the wizard quest. The wizard quest is definitely easier than samurai quest, because the samurai has a boss who has this horrible weapon where basically if it rolls a 20 on a D20, you're just dead. Game over. And I had gotten weakened by some silly mishap, so the boss got probably over I don't know how many. You got a lot of hits at it, a lot of opportunities to attack it. You can only roll a d20 so many times without rolling a 20, so I died. But with this guy, yeah, we're past the quest. We didn't have to fight a nasty boss like that. The dark one wasn't too bad. That's the boss of the wizard quest. Hello to RJNC60. I don't know why it tells us our at usernames now on YouTube. They're kind of ugly names. But hello Ryan, and hello Eric Johnson 5531. There must be a lot of Eric Johnsons out there, such as the famous guitarist. Anyway, tonight I'm going back to my roots in streaming, where I have a nice beverage to sip at while I am streaming. And back to the recap though. Yeah, we beat the quest. At some point we wound up, I think that was last time. Yeah, I wound up falling through its trapdoor 2 levels. And that's important that it's 2 levels, because when I popped back up 1 level, I was at the down staircase of a very special level, which is Medusa's Island. And that meant that, given the particular layout, there's 4 fixed layouts, and it randomly chooses between one of the 4. But given that particular layout, Medusa was standing right next to the down staircase. So that meant I just popped up and Medusa's in my face. And I'm like, if I had my smartwatch still, I don't have one right now. Sorry, Ryan, I'll have to get one. Or get the one you sent me fixed. It's just the band is messed up. But anyway, I bet I could have looked at my watch and I would have seen my pulse exceed 100, even though I'm sitting here at my chair. So Medusa was that scary to me. But long story short, I beat her. How does the beer taste? Says Ryan. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is the Sam Adams Winter Ale. It has it's exactly as it describes here. You can't really see it, but spiced and citrusy. Yeah, it's a good one. So yeah, we basically ended the stream with a strange situation that I had Image FX generate the thumbnail based on. Yeah, I'm using AI slop. I don't know. A lot of people are really against AIs. I figure since it's my silly, I'm not exactly all in on it either, but I figure since it's my silly stream that I don't even make money from, it's fine if it generates something silly for me. But I don't know. I've read some threads about it, or regarding. I follow like some subreddits about, beginning YouTubers or small YouTubers and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of backlash. People are like, I won't even click a link if I see AI in the thumbnail. I don't know. From my point of view, I'm just goofing around. I'm not trying to like what I hate is when you watch like I don't know. Let's say it's a video about World War II history, and there's all these horrible AI generated scenes of battle that definitely have things wrong. And, the Germans are using, like, throwing American grenades. And that German has 5 heads. But, you look at my thumbnails here are all very silly. So I figure that's how I'm justifying it. It's okay. Nonetheless, what I might do after this series is, I don't know, I might just not do it anymore. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Eric said the people who are against AI need to get over it. That's one point of view, too. Right, but back to the game. Yeah, that thumbnail is portraying the last major event that happened in my stream last time, which was something I actually asked about on Reddit. And this is a screenshot of that, where I was in this room right here. This is on Medusa's Island, by the Medusa level. But I already killed Medusa, and I was just kind of going back up the stairs. And this section here is full of gremlins. and it was dark. So because I have the light spell now, and I have so much magic power, and I replenish it quickly, since I got the eye of what's that called? Eye of Aethiopica or something. I can basically really freely cast the light spell, which makes a permanent radius of light where I am standing. It doesn't follow you around. You might think it works like a torch sort of a thing, but it doesn't. Nonetheless, I can go make a patch of light here. I step over there 10 paces, make another patch of light. It's really convenient. But what I wasn't thinking is that it would automatically kill gremlins because of the whole bright light thing. So gremlins in this, I think in original D&D, gremlins pre-existed the movie. The creature gremlins pre-existed the movie Gremlins, and therefore they weren't an imitation of them. Sorry, I got this starting in a moment thing on my screen still. Let me take that off. But yeah, Nethack, they decided to be cute because that's Nethack for you, and make them behave like in the movie. They multiply when they touch water, and bright lights kill them, or any light kills them. So what happened here is, well, you can see on the screen how many gremlins I killed. I counted as 13. If you're not following why that's bad, it's because as a chaotic character, there are certain chaotic, creatures that appear in the game that are peaceful to you. They don't mind you because you're chaotic. I don't think that's how gremlins would work. If you imagine gremlins from the movie, I don't think they're going to be like, oh, you worship a chaos god, so I'm going to be nice to you. I don't think that's how they would work. But NetHack has its own set of rules about life and gremlins. So nonetheless, in any case, they each one I killed is basically a penalty. It's like me doing a bad deed, and therefore, it's kind of like if you were in real life, if you committed a murder versus 13 murders. If you committed 13 murders, your sentence would compound, and you're not getting out of prison this lifetime. So, by a similar token, each penalty I received is, basically the penalty I received is multiplied by 13 more or less. So, I was thinking, I'm going to have to make a whole stream out of remediating this problem I have. And what do you lose, by the way? You lose two things. There's these stats you don't see on the screen. They're hidden variables in the game. There's alignment and there is luck. So alignment and luck are damaged. But it's not as bad as I thought. Because, just for fun, I showed this to Reddit in the Nethack subreddit. And I was like, that moment when you realize casting light around a mob of gremlins is bad. And this guy here, Trenin23, says, not really a bad idea. I mean, alignment is something that doesn't matter too much. You can't anger your god with something like this, and you will get all the alignment back in short order. It's only an issue if you're about to do the quest or pray. If those aren't happening, you'll be fine in due course. He neglected to talk about luck, but I'll talk about one other thing. After he said that, I looked up how alignment works. And essentially, I am down by this many alignment points, 65, because I lose 5 for each of the 13 gremlins I killed. And there's no floor to the alignment number. In other words, it doesn't hit a limit at -10 or 0 or whatever. So whatever number it is, it's 65 less than it was before. However, I am sure I was well into the positives before. But nonetheless, it's bad now. But what I looked up in the wiki is, like this guy said, it's pretty easy to recover your alignment, because what happens is, according to the wiki, you basically get 5 alignment points for every monster you kill who is an always hostile type. And there's a lot of things that are always hostile. The gremlins are not always hostile, but a lot of things are always hostile. For example, a newt or a gecko or something. They're not tough, but they're always hostile. So long story short, I killed 13 always hostile things. Monsters, and I will be back to where I started alignment-wise. However, there's the other penalty, which is to your luck. And what I also read in the wiki was, for each time you kill of course, there's Nethack, so there's edge cases and caveats and stuff. But basically, my interpretation of the wiki is that for each of those 13 gremlins I killed, there's a 50% chance of losing 1 luck point. Therefore, probability would say I'm down by 6 or 7. But, if you want to err on the side of caution, I could assume I'm down about 10 maybe. That's my gut speaking. I'm certainly not down by 13. That would be extremely improbable. So what I'm thinking is I'll go upstairs. I'm going to head back upstairs anyway. And I remember there was some black unicorns around. Now, I don't know if you're following all the logic here, but if you see me play this earlier, or you know the game well, you know that if you throw a valuable gem, meaning anything but garbage, worthless glass, if you throw a gem to a unicorn that matches your alignment, and a black unicorn matches my alignment, which is chaotic, you gain 5 luck. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to head back up anyway because I wanted to do that. And I'll just be on the lookout for those. I think there were 2 or 3 black unicorns, maybe just 2 black unicorns I passed. Throw them 2 gems, then that cancels the luck penalty right there. And then with enough fighting stuff, again, 13 always hostile creatures, I kill them, and my alignment's back to normal, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I just can't pray for a bit, probably. It's a little bit of a shame because I did want to pray to try to get crowning and perhaps other benefits, but whatever. That's life in Nethack. When I went up the stairs, it looks like 2 of these gremlins actually followed me. You gotta love what I try to give a good intro that I think is good and explains the situation I'm in. Then I see the number of viewers drop from 4 to 2. I'm like, oh well, I guess I did have to get into the action to entertain some people. Oh well, that's life. But anyway, yeah, 2 of these gremlins followed me up. They're not really a threat though. In fact, if I bump into one, you can see really attack the gremlin because they're peaceful. I get the prompt, really attack the gremlin. So, yeah, so I guess my plan for now is simply going to be, I don't know, I'll put on my blindfold. Actually, it's a wet towel. This thing still hasn't dried. It must be, like, smelly or maybe mildewy by now. I'm putting that on to activate my telepathy. Oh, the stairs are where, though? Oh, it's right there. Okay. But what I want to do is activate my telepathy just to be on the lookout for those unicorns or a unicorn. Because, again, I don't really remember where it was. But by the way, let's take a look at this equipment sheet. I'm pretty pleased with this so far. I still have a lot of enchanting to do on the armor, I feel like. But otherwise, it's going pretty well equipment-wise. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep popping upstairs. Another thing I want to mention is I'm thinking it's about time for me to try to donate money again to a well, let me parse this out. Basically, you can donate money 400 times your level to get permanent armor class boost. We've seen me do that a couple times before. I thought I was ready to do that a couple times, but maybe just once. 400 times 15 is 6,000, right? Yeah, that's basic math. Me can math. So yeah, I could do it once. But that's kind of an excuse for me to go up stairs and find that unicorn and then, try to find one of those temples too. You can do the overview command to see where we're at, where a temple is. Temple to Anhur is here on level 12. So I'll go up to level 12. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And one of my big frustrations this game is I found 0 stores. Stores are so helpful, with the exception of this one delicatessen that, if I recall correctly, was like a 3x2 room with like a couple food rations and fruits in it, and that was it. And also the mine town, which you find in the Gnomish mines, that always has a few stores. So at least I had those, but no generated stores, which is like uncanny bad luck. And I believe I've passed all the levels that are not Gehenna, the hell level sort of, that can have stores. I think you can find a couple stores in Gehenna though. So anyway, I guess I'm going to head upstairs for a while until I get to, I'm on 25 now. What am I going to go to? I'm going to go to 12 and look for black unicorns all along the way and not kill any more gremlins. All right, so let's put on, I have the blindfold on still? I guess I do. Wait. Yeah, I do. Wet towel is on, so there's no black unicorns here, right? So where the heck is the stairs up? Oh, I see it. Okay. Where do you want to be teleported to? That's right, I have teleportitis, which is lovely, and teleport control. So what that means is a combination of things. Teleportitis I have inherently, and teleport control I have from this ring. So teleportitis means I will sporadically teleport around randomly. And teleport control means I can choose exactly where. Oh, there's There's an altar right here, actually. Or do I want to teleport? So I could actually donate money right here. Oh, wait, will this not work because it's not? Oh, it's a different alignment. That's right. I think I can't do that. Can I? You know, I'm gonna keep going up anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. But let's give it a look-see. So the idea is, can I donate and get protection, even though this is not an alignment matching god? Alignment matching. Oh, has to be a peaceful aligned priest of any alignment in a temple. Okay. So I can do it because they're an aligned priest of any alignment. They don't have to be co-aligned. Very specific language in Nethack that you need to be aware of. By the way, Ryan earlier said that I'm the terror of the Nethack world. I guess for accidentally killing a bunch of gremlins. Yeah, all right. So I'll do this protection thing. It's not going to really get me a lot, but I might as well do it since it's here. I'll get 1 AC probably. Sometimes you get more than one at a time. I don't really know what determines that. I guess it's just the luck of the draw. All right, so let me just verify the math. I think it's 400 times your level. Yeah, donate at least 400 times your experience level, which is 15. And so that would be 6,000. Now I'm like questioning my math just because this would be a bad thing to mess up, but it should be good. 6,000. Okay, take a look at my AC. It is negative 22. I'm hoping to get it up to negative 23 or even better. All right, negative 23. Cool. You give the priestess of 6,000 Zorkmas. I'm repeating what it says down here, by the way. The priestess of 6,000 Zorkmas. There's a weird thing in this game. You get gold pieces, but the unit of currency that's underlying them is called Zorkmids, which is from the adventure game Zork, of course. Now I can say I've gotten 8 intrinsic protection from Temple so far. The max you can get without it being like a roll of the dice, a really poor roll of the dice, is 9. So I can get 1 more. Then after that, I don't remember the exact math, but I think it's something like 10% of the time you actually get any armor class. Something like that. Basically, it becomes not worth it after a while. After 1 more. Right now I got 23 armor class, which is not terrible. We're going to the staircase up. What did I stop at? Where do you want to be teleported? Of course, of course. And Ryan asks, oh, this is a tough question from Ryan. Would you say that Nethack is your favorite game of all time? I mean, probably, if I had to name one. I like a lot of games, though, but, you know, and different games serve different purposes, of course. You know, and I'm aware of there's so many flaws to this game as well. But I find like all of my favorite games are flawed, but they just hit the special, you know, they have the special X factor. That matters more than checking all the boxes of like good game design and whatnot. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, you know, if you had to say, well, you know, Mark, you're going to be on a desert island, only 1 game for the rest of your life, I would think it over carefully, but I might just choose this game. I might also ask, well, what systems do I have available, or can I play online games with other people? So that would figure into the decision as well. Ultimately, you know, you think about it, if there's a game that has a lot of players online and it would provide with endless entertainment, maybe just go with that. It could just be something basic like cards, or I'm not really into chess, but hey, that could be something I take up. A rabid rat corpse, I'll leave that alone. Why am I even looking at that? Yeah, I would probably go with Nethack. Now, one thing that sucks about the game, there are a bunch of things that suck, is the Gehenna levels are by and large a boring slog. You can definitely find interesting challenges in them and some monsters that, excuse me, keep you on your toes and whatnot. But there's basically, I think, 25 levels of windy mazes that are mostly not very interesting. So one of the things in the next version of Nethack that I don't have right now, version 3.7, one of the things they do is they shorten Gehenna levels, the number of Gehenna levels, and they improve on them in some way that I'm not really sure of specifically. So that's one thing that's cool to know, though, is that even though this is a game from 1987, they're still fixing things that people criticize, redesigning some bad levels and whatnot. Again, they're not like black and white bad. It's just that it can be a slog. Again, it's like the entire game worth of levels I've explored so far, but imagine these tight intestine-like mazes that you have to deal with. I'm going to go kill this worm, because why not? Look how big it is. I just feel like killing it. Now, the purple worms you have to watch out for, because they digest you and they can just kill you. But I'll just kill this long worm. Kill it. That whole body's dead. Like that whole long body disappeared. It's kind of funny. What do we have here? Titanothere. I'm mostly able to melee so many creatures at this part, even though I am a zappy wizard type. Okay, we got to keep on the lookout for those unicorns. It should show up as a dark blue lowercase u. What's this snake here? Sorry. Cobra. We have a quote from Ricky Tikki Tavi about the Cobra. It's crazy all the quotes they have from various sources in this game. The boulder's in my way. Look at that. Oh, some orcs appeared beside me. Okay. You want to die, orc? I think they're afraid of me. I have a magic missile. Ew. So this is a dark blue S, but not the lowercase u I'm looking for. And Dan's here. Hey, Dan the man. Excuse me. Dan said, great Nethack thumbnail. But looking at it closely, the gremlins look more like Mogwai with sharper teeth and actual green, bony, scaly gremlins. It still fires the imagination of what happened. Yeah. I had a lot of trouble getting it to not even make basic Mogwais. What just happened here? Oh, teleporting. But yeah, I had to specify, no, make them green, slimy, scaly. And that was the best I could get it to do. I was using image effects. So, yeah, I don't know if you missed the discussion earlier, Dan, but basically it shouldn't be as bad as I was thinking. I'll just gain alignment by killing things. I might have already gained like half of it back at this point. And the luck I will deal with. I'm looking for unicorns to throw gems at. Black unicorns. Honestly, I'm not even sure it's worth my retracing my steps to find it. I could probably just... I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it, so I'm just going to keep going. Because I know I passed some black unicorns earlier. So we're going to be on the lookout until we find some. What's happening here? Why can't I move down? Oh, I'm looking... I'm thinking the shopkeeper is me. This is the... this is the 3x2... delicatessen that I mentioned, and the only randomly generated shop that I found the entire game. Who's this number 2? Number 1. It is a giant zombie. All right, where am I going? Let's see. Let's just go up again. Keep doing it. There's no black unicorns here, right? Put on the towel. I might burden. How am I burdened? Must have missed that. You don't want to be burdened in this game, like, ever. That's a really key thing that, that I learned that you really have to get over. It's so easy to just say, I'm going to carry so much stuff. Who cares if I'm slightly slower? That's right. I have all this gold on my hand. It should be in my bag of holding. That's all it is. Okay, now I'm unencumbered. But yeah, that's the worst thing. Yeah, these two guys should be always hostile, so it's another case of... Wait, what? Oh, that kobold killed the gecko because it was trying to throw things at me. I'm blind, so I can't see exactly what it was throwing. Take off my top. It's throwing darts or something. I don't know. Took a kill away from me. My point is, these always hostile things are counting to bump up my alignment again. So it's probably regaining quite quickly. I feel like I should have found some black unicorns by now. I wonder if they're gone or something. Oh well. Who's right there? Should I try teleporting right next to it? Let's see what happens. Oh. I found a vault. Yeah, that's what this 2x2 room full of gold is about. It's a vault. So now I have some more money. And the thing is, you can't escape here. You have to dig out or teleport out. Occasionally, a guard will show up and say, like, here he is. Hello, stranger. Who are you? If you say Croesus, he will leave you alone. If you say anything else, he forces you to drop all the money and leave. So I'm going to say I'm Croesus. I think this is what you're about to say. I hope I'm spelling it right. Yes, of course. Sorry to have disturbed you. So basically, I'm waiting for my teleportitis to kick it. I guess I can do it manually. I can do Control T now. It costs a lot of power. You can see it just cost me 30. But it's better than waiting around forever, probably. There's a rust monster afoot, by the way. I should probably just take him out in case... Just to make sure he doesn't become an issue later. It should be fine. But let's just zap it with a magic missile. Boom, it's dead. The gremlin's attacking me. What's going on here? Why are you attacking me, gremlin? I'm blind, so I don't know why. Did I accidentally hit it with a magic missile? Did it bounce back and it accidentally hit? That's why it's not always good to run around blind, even though you can see all the monsters with telepathy. Because it probably got mad at me. Anyway, I guess I got to kill it now. And I really hope I didn't lose any intrinsic. That's the nasty thing about gremlins. You know, you have those intrinsics like poison resistance and, you know, speed and whatnot. Sometimes it hits you and it makes you lose that. So I'm hoping it would give me a message. Let me just verify that though. Like I think it would give you a message saying you don't feel, you know, fast anymore or whatever. 1 in 10 chance of intrinsic theft at night if the gremlin is not canceled. This game makes it like if you want it's funny. It's like it's better to like edit your clock temporarily when you play this game. it only does it at night. It can wipe out an intrinsic at night. Anyway, I think it would have told me something. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I have to hope it didn't do anything. If you chat with it, it says that one of the messages that it... Also, chatting to a gremlin causes it to laugh with 1 of 4 different messages. I've noticed that one of the messages is incidentally the same as a message for a successful intrinsic theft attack. So I did not get any special message. That definitely strongly implies there would be a special message. So yeah, I didn't get anything drained. Oops, I'm picking up a gremlin corpse accidentally. And Dan said that AI only saw the movie poster with Gizmo on it, I guess. Yeah, probably. Remove the towel, Luke. Well, I see a oh, there's a black unicorn. Cool. Let's take out of my pack. There's still more gremlins. Look at that. I see another one. Take out of my pack. I'm going to go with just 2 gems. That should be enough to bump up my luck enough, I feel like. What are the values of the thing? Which one is garbage, value-wise? First, we were looking up gremlins, and now we're looking up gems. What is the cheapest one? We'll sort by cost. Besides the worthless glass. A lodestone. No, I'm not going to do a touchstone. Obsidian, agate. Agate, how do you say? Agate and... those are the 2 worst, price-wise. So let's go for one of those. Obsidian or agate. Here we go. I have 1 obsidian. No agate, it looks like. What about jade? That's the next in line. 3 jade. All right, so I will throw at it 1 jade and 1, what did I say, obsidian. And that ought to do it. Where do you want to be teleported? Right next to the unicorn. What are these number 1s? Let me remove my towel. Oh, what is that? Blue jelly. Sure, let's just kill that thing. The dust vortex. I don't know how you kill a dust vortex with a dagger. Peaceful black unicorn. Let's throw. Not those things. Obsidian stone. The black unicorn gratefully accepts your gift. All right, so that's 5 luck back right there. And yeah, he's right there. They teleport away after you do that, but he just teleported right here, very close by. So I can throw a jade at him. So why don't I turn the question back at you guys, Ryan and everybody else? What would you say if your favorite game is of all time? And again, you could frame it kind of like I did, which is like, I don't know, Desert Island game. You're going to play as one game for the rest of your natural life. And yeah, you can always qualify it with, well, if I have multiplayer options, then I'll play this. Just curious what you guys might think. Now that Ryan has broached the subject, let's throw the jade at it. All right, yay, the gratefully accepts your gift. All right, so I am back up. I'm guessing, if I killed 13 of them, maybe 14 because of that last one on the previous level, if each one is a coin flip of losing 1 luck or not, I feel like my estimate of I was down by 10 is erring on the side of caution. And therefore, I'm basically back to normal. If I'm down by 1 or 2, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, I think the point is I should head back down now. God, I really got to get more careful with my key presses. Did not mean to engrave in the dust with the bell of opening. It doesn't do any harm, but that's not what I meant to do. Meant to type overview. And let's see. What do I want to do here? Now that I've dealt with that issue, I'm gonna assume my alignment is not completely back to normal, but it will get there soon enough, basically. But what I could do is apply the stethoscope to myself again. Last time, I got a message that hinted that it was negative. Yeah, it's still negative, my alignment. Insufficiently chaotic. Insufficiently means negative. It doesn't tell you the exact number. So I need to work on that still. I didn't kill enough. It's hard to tell offhand which creatures are always hostile or not. A lot of them are, but a lot are not as well. Who's this? Peaceful Gray Elf. Okay. So yeah, I guess this question is what do I want to do next in life? Completed Medusa. Completed the quest. No much fine. I guess I'm just gonna go back down and go past Medusa's level. The castle should be soon. The castle is the level that's above the Gehenna levels that I mentioned that are horrible. And the castle it always sits on top of that set of levels. So I think it's just time to head there. I mean, I could worry about my alignment, but I don't think I need to right now. I just can't pray for a while. If I keep killing things, it'll go back to normal, as the people on Reddit were telling me. So, who are you? A peaceful elven king. Okay. Where do you want to be teleported? Why don't you just tell me where you want to be teleported? Yeah, I'm no longer satiated. That's usually my rule of thumb about when I eat corpses that I find. If I'm satiated, I'll do it. Eric Johnson has a reply to the question. He says, if I had only one game to play, I'd choose one that has a massive world like one of the Elder Scrolls games or World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's a fair assessment. And I guess it's fair to assume that with World of Warcraft, you'd be able to access the internet and that other people are available to play to. In other words, it wouldn't be a nuclear war situation where you're the last person on Earth. I mean, you can frame the question however you want, but I'm getting a little ridiculous, probably. Was this like a throne room or like a treasure room? Or, yeah, this must have been a throne room right here. All right, you know this command that I'm doing. I didn't know about this for the longest time until somebody in my last series of streams showed up and told me about it. And this is like a game changer. Just look, I just say I point the cursor where I want to go. It draws the shortest path. If there's anything that interrupts me, like a monster like this, it'll just you know, I stop. And otherwise it's just so much easier. Excuse me. And you can even define in your configuration which messages trigger you to stop in your tracks when you're doing that. Like you could say, I don't know, if you hear a wolf howling, meaning there's a werewolf on the level. You could say that makes me stop in my track, if you really wanted to. That's kind of a random example I came up with, but. Hello, dragon, and other gremlin. Oh, clumsy, but haven't been working on reflexes. I can use a unicorn horn for that. This is another level that apparently has a vault on it, so I could try to rob that. And I know that because it says you hear the footsteps of a guard on patrol. So, what I could do is try to teleport and find it. Yeah, why don't I do that? Can you control T? Again, that costs 30, but I can do it as much as I want. Unfortunately, every time I fail, that's another 30. So maybe I shouldn't go too nuts. 30 power, that is. That's the cost. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be... well, it could be in this big section, or it could be maybe on the right here. The problem is it's a 2x2 room, so it's hard to get it right. But before I saw, I think, a mimic, so it showed a number 1 with my warning ability. What else could I do to see stuff? There is such a thing as a potion of object detection and detect monsters. I don't know if I want to use it for this stuff. Do I have it? I do have monster detection. I feel like that can be... Well, that's not even going to be guaranteed to work because there might not be any mimics in the room. But if I just had a spell, like I knew it, that was like, I don't know, detect object, that would be a great use case for it. Look how fast my power recovers these days since I got the Eye of Cassiopeia, no, Aethiopica. It goes up very fast. I haven't really been watching it, but look, I step once, twice, it's up 1. Well, look, that time it's up 3. It's like up 2 that time. It goes up very quickly now. It's actually extremely good. It's extremely good that it does that. But I don't know. Should I keep poking around? Let's try. It'd be better if I did this more methodically instead of kind of guessing. But I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of guessing. Sorry. And it makes you hungrier too when you do it. That's right. Yeah, that's something I forgot about. That's part of the cost of it. Well, now I can teleport again for free. It's just the teleportitis in play. But I should eat something, I guess. I'm pretty much loaded with food at this point. A lot of these aren't very filling, though. But I do have to, like, make sure I don't get too crazy hoarding food just because I'm like, well, I don't have enough to survive, you know, hibernation in the winter or something. Very easy to go crazy with hoarding in this game, and it can totally screw up your game if you let yourself become burdened. The one thing about the castle that's coming up soon, that's really nice, is it has a wand of wishing. And if you play your cards right with a wand of wishing, in other words, you use the wand optimally, it will definitely grant you a minimum of 5 wishes, maximum of 7. I believe I have those numbers correct. It has to do with you use up the wishes that it comes with, the charges that it has when you find it, plus you're able to recharge it once. And then lastly, you can do what they call resting, W-R-E-S-T, resting a wand. That's when it has no more charges, and you zap it repeatedly. And each time you do that, you have something like a very small probability, something like a 1% chance of you manage to tap out just a little more juice from it, magic wand juice, and you get one more usage of it. So you get one more wish in that case, and then after that, the wand disintegrates. But yeah, just doing all that stuff though, you get guaranteed 5, and you have to have a scroll of charging though to get that, to make that charging happen. I think I still have 1 or 2 of those. I got a genocide scroll that I'm not even using. Before I was writing that, I have 2 blessed scrolls of charging. I'm not entirely sure if it's worth using a blessed one on the Wand of Wishing, but you know what? I'm not there yet. I am thinking about whether I should bless the scroll of genocide and just use it. On the other hand, I've already genocided what? Liches, sea monsters, and mind flayer types. So what I could do is curse it intentionally to make it a curse scroll of genocide, and that does the opposite. Instead of wiping out all of the thing, it summons a bunch of them. If you're creative with that, it could be really good. Like if I make a bunch of wraiths appear, each one I kill has a 50-50 chance of dropping a corpse, and each corpse gives you a level. So it's like, that could be a way to get levels. It's hard to get levels once you hit a certain level, because it takes a lot of experience at that point. All right, so I think this is going to be taking us back to Medusa's lair right here. Here we go. Got to be careful just because we don't want to step in the water, but really we should be fine as long as we got some levitation source, like my ring of levitation. Just as I say, I should be fucking sorry. Okay. I stepped into water. For some reason, it didn't click to me that those weren't fountains. Anyway, all that happened was my wet towel got wetter. I literally could have died from that. Or a crap load of my object could have gotten messed up. But it looks like all that happened was my wet towel got wetter. Water gets into your bag of holding. I think it would say the stuff inside got messed up. For example, scrolls got wiped. I think I'm good. It's just... Ugh. Game is ruthless. All right. I'm going to take a look. Now I'm being paranoid. Like, is that more blank paper than I had before? Did it blank out? I think that's actually... I think what I'm seeing, it looks correct. And I still have the charging scroll. I still have the genocide. I still have the teleportation. It all looks good to me. All right. So no harm done, but geez, credit. All right. We're all good. We're all good. Anyway. Interesting thing is it says you attempt a teleport spell. The attempted teleport spell fails. I don't know what that's about. I guess because I can hit Control-T to teleport on command. Then if you're starting to drown, you can just do that. You can just, as like a chance to save yourself, you can automatically teleport. But that's worth looking up how it works. Attempt a teleport spell. Well, the reason it didn't work is because Medusa's level, which is a no teleport level. That's why. But I guess normally I would just automatically teleport. All right, well, I got to be more careful with that. For sure. Jeez. Anyway, let's put on the ring now so I'm not screwing around. Levitation. You start to float in the air. And if you look here, it says levitate. This is just my sanity checking. It's so easy to make these dumb mistakes in this game. It's so bad. All right. So... you know, once my pulse settles down, I'm just going to keep going like normal. But yeah, I guess I'm going to head downstairs. And you can see where the downstairs are right here. Since I'm levitating, I can just float over everything. All right, Dan the Man is chiming in with his all-time. He says, hard to say. Nostalgia unfairly makes me love Commodore 64 Ultima 4 and Legacy of the Ancient. I gotta play Legacy of the Ancients on stream, or the sequel, Legend of Black Silver. And he also said replayed Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Champions of Norath 2 to 4 players on PS2 and PS5 the most, dozens of times. Enjoyed Elder Scrolls and Skyrim games, but never had the time to finish them. Okay, cool. You're an RPG guy. I kind of already knew that, though. Recently getting more addicted to Fortnite, shockingly, as I learned to play just to spend time with my nephew online. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's out of your usual genre box, it sounds like. Your usual wheelhouse, but that's cool. Potion of object detection. Is that useful for alchemy? I know it can be useful in general to have one or two of those on your person. Well, that could be good for checking out where the vault was on the previous level. But I just don't want to go back there. No, object detection is not used for alchemy. Okay, I am still levitating, confirming with my eyeballs it says Lev. Who's the number 3 here? Where number 3? I will put on my wet towel to not see anymore, to see what it is. But I cannot see what it is because it doesn't have a brain, apparently. Oh, it's a golem of some sort. What is it? Flesh golem. Yeah, let's get some meatballs from them. Oh, no, it's a flesh golem corpse, not meatballs. Sorry. I am still levitating, confirmed. Who's the number 2 here? A crocodile. The crocodile is confused. Haha. Take that, crocodile. Kablam! You hear an explosion in the distance. What is that, a landmine or something? Landmine trap? I'm going to remove the levitation just to eat this corpse. And I'm going to remember that I removed the levitation ring. Although I'm safely on the right island here, I should be fine. What's the number 4? I'm kind of a little concerned about that. Oh, the white dragon. Gray dragon. Oh, that would be cool. If I didn't already have dragon scale mail of some sort, or magic resistance of some sort, I could get it from this guy. But gray dragon right here. They have magic resistance. That's the whole thing about gray dragons. So I think I can just melee it, but let's keep an eye on the hit points. I mean, I'm fine. I haven't even gotten touched. Well, it hits me, but I heal back fast enough. I killed it. All right. I mean, gray dragon corpse. Do you get like intrinsic magic resistance if you eat that? If so, I might want to try it anyway. Just so I don't have to worry about having like another source of that. Right now, I think I have 2 sources of it. The Eye of Aethiopica and Magic Bane. But the off chance that I have to drop those objects for whatever reason. No, they actually don't convey that. Oh. That's a shame. Seems like they should, but I guess that's too powerful if you could just eat it. And get that. Alright, that's fine. All right. Hello, giant of some sort. A peaceful storm giant. How nice. There is a room I didn't go to yet. I just noticed that now. Food ration. Hello, number 2. Who are you? Mummy. A human mummy. I don't know why Medusa would surround herself with like human mummies. That seems weird. Vampire bat. Oh. Well, the seemingly dead vampire bat suddenly transforms and rises as a vampire lord. That is something to give me a little pause. I think I'll be fine, but it's time to at least take a look at the wiki. They will follow you to other levels if they're adjacent. They have a life-draining bite attack. Possess sleep resistance and poison resistance. They can polymorph. Yeah, I saw them in vampire bat form. I just killed it in that form. Standing on any altar scares vampire lords. Okay. Well, what should I do to them? Vampire lords are even more troublesome than normal vampires due to their higher damage, speed, AC, and MR score. Without drain resistance, I don't have that, you may find yourself losing an experience level or two in fighting them unless you are especially careful or have MC3. I have MC3. That's magic cancellation, which my Cloak of Protection provides. What that means is I can still get drained. MC3 means anytime a special like touch attack gets me, I have a 90% chance of canceling it with the MC3. Magic cancellation has 3 levels, 1, 2, or 3. I have the max 3. So it's great to have that, but still 10% chance that when he hits, it could do that to me is not like draining a level. That's not fantastic. All right, so what do I do to it? What's their strategy? I don't have a silver weapon. That doesn't make sense for me, really. Should I just step away and try magic missiling it, I guess? I might be faster than it. I think I am. It only has speed 14, so I should try stepping away and blasting it as much as I can, I guess. And regarding games earlier, from the convo earlier, Dan says, I've never been a big first-person shooter gamer. RPG is my favorite, but gotta have time to fully invest in the quest, as you well know. Yeah, you know what? I know. Abandoned Sega Master Ultima 4 stream. You were totally right to call me out. Why don't I make that the next series after Nethack is done? And I'll probably interrupt it occasionally, but I gotta get back on track with it. It's been like 2 years. I can't believe it's been 2 years. I think I started it 2 years ago. I remember it was around like the Christmas time I started. Anyway, what I'm going to try to do is step away and shoot it repeatedly. Seems like the best thing I can do. I do have Fireball. I forgot I had that. I should do that. You need to be like... Let me just remind myself about Fireball. But I think it makes a 3x3 square of Boom Boom. And because my attack is so good, it generates 5 to 9 of them. So boom, 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 boom. That's really nice. But really, right now, I'm concerned about the... It's basically how far away do I need to be? I think it's 3x3 centered on the target, so I should only need to be 2 spaces away, I think. Fireball deals 12d6 damage. Yeah, and there's 5 to 9 of them, if I remember correctly. Let me just check that. 5... No, it's 7 to 12 because I'm... Oh, this is Nethack, a modification of the game. Never mind. All right, skill... Oh, it's 2 to 9. 2 to 9, 3x3 explosions. Okay. I can deal with that. But if they're 3x3, centered on and immediately around the target square. Yeah, I just need to be 2 away. I'm like paranoid. I'm thinking maybe I should just be 3 away just to be safe. But let's go with it. Let's go with 2 away. It should be good. If I can run away enough. Statue of a priestess named Trogdor. Well, it actually is out of line with me. It's not seeing me because I'm invisible, I guess. And now it's perfectly lined up, so let's fireball it. Fire K. Down. What happened? Oh, you don't just hit a direction, you target. That's actually great. Look, I don't have to actually be... That's blowing my mind because nothing works like this in Nethack. You don't just pick a direction to shoot it. So in other words, I could hit it. I think I could shoot it like here, even theoretically, even though it's not perfectly lined up in one of the 8 directions. So it just has to be in your line of sight. That actually adds a lot of power to it. All right, let's try this. Okay, it didn't say anything. But I think because it's in the... Actually, I don't know why. Am I in the dark? I guess that might be it. But I still see him moving. Let's try another one. Did it say it was fire resistant? I feel like it wouldn't be. Oh, there we go. Maybe I missed somehow before. Vampire Lord caught in the fireball, caught in the fireball, caught in the fireball, resists the fireball, caught in the fireball, resists, caught, resist, caught, it's dead. Wow, look at that. 2 to 9 fireballs. How many did I get just there? 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I got all 9. That's that. Whoa, fireball's great. I'm like Tim the Enchanter now. Funny enough, my ranking because of my experience level is Enchanter. I'm Ooga the Enchanter. But yeah, that was satisfying. Did you leave any loot? Probably not. Nah. All right. I mean, I know I can handle a vampire lord, so the invisibility is huge because that's why he was not following me. He's like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" It's easy to not really like understand why their movement patterns are the way they are, but that was, I'm pretty sure that was it, the invisibility. All right, I just ate a food ration. You have a hard time getting it all that. Whoa, what just happened here? Something spawned, and it's going over the water, whatever it is. Let's put on the towel to see them. Ah, the gremlins. Oh, shit. Yeah, the water makes them multiply. How did one of them get over here, though? They teleported somehow? Because it looks like there's a lot fewer over here now. They're like somehow getting over here and then walking in the water and multiplying. Oh my god, they're multiplying like crazy. Let's get out of the level. They'll stop doing their thing once you're on a different level. All right, here we are. This is what the Gehenna levels look like, but this is not a Gehenna look like. Gehenna level. This is just a maze that had a Minotaur in it. I think I killed him already. Potion of hallucination. Is that good for alchemy at all? I feel like I probably looked it up when I found it before because I've been acutely aware, trying to be acutely cognizant of alchemy possibilities because you can essentially gain levels with them if you play your cards right. But yeah, hallucination isn't really good for this. What's really good to get is if you can mix enlightenment and levitation, then you have a 60% chance of getting gain level. So it's not guaranteed. But 60% ain't too bad. Okay, so where the heck do we want to go? We got to go through the maze. Yeah, this is what the Gehenna levels look like. Again, this is not one of them though. But you basically have to go through something like 25 levels like this. And it can get tedious. Tengu, huh? Oh. I say because I might be able to get intrinsic teleport control by eating one. I've been trying to kill one and eat it. Right now I'm very full, but I can put on my magical breathing amulet, which should protect me from choking to death should I overeat a bit much. But yeah, the idea is I would like to have teleport control without leaving this ring on, so I would have a free slot for that. Yeah, they'll just kill it. And if I have a corpse, I will put on that amulet. Did not leave a corpse, oh. Every time you want a thing to leave a corpse, a bag. Oh god. Like another freaking bag. Let's cast identify for the heck of it. An empty, uncursed sack. What a boring thing. Dan says game crashes, quest lost due to gremlin buffer overflow. Oh god. You know, this game used to support like it still does support a lot of different platforms, but it used to support Atari 8-bit computers, and I can only imagine the memory constraints and stuff they had to deal with to make that work. I always kind of wondered, was it an identical game? Like, in other words, did they have to make sacrifices to the gameplay just to make it work on that machine? There's no way, there's so much info. It's easy to take for granted that, or it's easy to assume because it's got primitive graphics that a game like this wouldn't use much in the way of resources. But to record all the levels and everything that's on every space on a computer that came out in 1978 or whatever, 1979, that could be challenging for it. Let's put on the towel again. What do we got to do? We got a leprechaun, a mimic, some kind of demon. I'm kind of curious about that one. Could be an incubus or a succubus. A succubus! Now, last time, like two or three streams ago, I was getting it on with a succubus, which gets you good stuff. If you're lucky, you can gain levels from it even. And I was trying to like farm it, sort of, like make the most of it, basically. But I accidentally killed it. I ran into it and killed it, stupidly. But yeah, the problem is it's a little risky because you have to get naked. You won't have your armor on. So I can clear out all the other monsters. Doesn't mean some of them won't spawn still, but I could clear them all out and then try to deal with the succubus. I think I'm going to cast a lot of light spells. Because that light area stays there, doesn't it? I think it does. You go out of it. You can see the dark blue versus the white. Yeah, that area stays lit. I don't know if it's worth doing because you don't have you don't have much of a line of sight because of all these twisty passages. Twisty passages all alike. Who gets that reference? I know you guys must get that reference. A maze of twisty passages all alike. Something like that. Some stones. Alright, let's shoot the leprechaun with magic missiles. I kill it. Potion of speed. Is that worthwhile for alchemy? Speed plus healing can turn into extra healing. It's pretty much the only useful thing for it, alchemy-wise. Have I already identified all my possessions? I just tried casting it. Oh, I didn't pick up the potion of speed. That's why. I guess I'll hold on to it. Yeah, let's kind of tempted just to zap wands of digging through the walls. Kill the mimic. Potion I haven't seen before. Holy moly, let's try to identify it. Oh, enlightenment. Hey, Emily, my beautiful wife is in the house to say hi. And you'll be like, what are you playing, Mark? This strange game with character graphics. Hello, honey. Thanks for joining. So Potion of Enlightenment. I could check on my luck by drinking that, but I'd actually rather use it for alchemical purposes, because as we saw before, you can mix it with a potion of levitation, and you'll have a 60% chance of yielding a potion of gain level. And those things are critical. Not critical, but they're very, very coveted. But let's also check at what point do I advance in level. I have 186,000 experience, and I'm level 15. So yeah, I need quite a few to get up to 16. But what I could do is just hoard the potion and then use it after I hit 16 anyway. But who knows? I'm gonna now my wife is here to see like the weird part of this game, where I'm gonna get it on with a succubus. But yeah, getting it on with the succubus might raise my level, and so we'll see how this goes. This game has some weird stuff in it, so yeah, that can happen. Should I do the alchemy though? I can always just save the potion. Yeah, let's just do that. All right, let's get the potion of levitation out of my bag of holding. And that is right here. How does blessing work with alchemy? Do I want to just go ahead and do it and then I can bless it later, or? I think that's the way to do it. Just make it, and then I can bless it later if I want. All right, so let's try it. There's only a 60% chance of success. Emily says, kinky. I do it so infrequently, I forget how you actually do the alchemy. Is it mixed type? I think that's talking about a source code function. Yeah. You don't just dip, do you? You do. You dip one potion to another to mix the two. All right, let's try it. Here we go. We're going to dip enlightenment into levitation. Dip E into capital V. Here we go. A diluted potion of gain level. Perfect. Diluted doesn't really matter. I will identify it just to verify it's uncursed, even though I'm like 99% sure it is. Yeah, uncursed. All right, let's put that in the old baggie. Definitely good to have that. I believe the number 3 below is the succubus. Here we have a jaguar, no problem. A jaguar. Like they say in those commercials, a jaguar for the car. What have we here? Actually, that what 3 was this thing. A nurse is another thing where you can you don't get naked, but you have to get your armor out of the way, and they'll heal you. So this is interesting. I have like these 2 different kinds of take off all your armor, and they'll give you good stuff. Creatures, peaceful green elf. Don't have to worry about them. This guy here, the Titanothere, is actually trapped on the wrong side of a boulder. I didn't realize that before. But yeah, that thing can't get me. So what I'm getting at, it looks like I'm all clear now. I can get naked and deal with the nurse and the succubus. But which one do I want to touch first or deal with first? I think my wife is like, what kind of games do you play here? Getting naked for the nurse. You don't get naked, you have to get your armor out of the way though. Oh, where am I teleporting? Should have just gone right to them. Yeah, it is a weird game, honey. I'm trying to follow the maze here. It's like one of those placemats on a child's, they give to a child at the restaurants. Right, I guess I'll do this. I guess I could just use the pathfinding algorithm. It would handle that. All right, let's just put on the towel again to make sure nobody else potentially dangerous is around. Where's the nurse? Where'd the nurse go? Did the succubus kill it, or just trapped it? Sleeping gas? No, I shouldn't kill it. Succubus wouldn't kill a nurse randomly. The green is an elf. Green @ symbol. Huh. Maybe they fell through a trap door or something. All right, let's take off my stuff. Time to get it on. Right, so I'm going to take off. I think you're supposed to unwield your weapon. Or is that only for the nurses? I think you have to unwield the weapon for the nurses, or they'll fight you if you have a weapon. I think with succubus, you don't have to do that. Special seduction attack. First, the succubus will. They say succubus. Fu is like a placeholder for in or succubus or incubus, depending on your gender. In the upcoming version, they're removing the only heterosexual stuff from the game, and you can choose which you are. I think it defaults to heterosexual. You can choose your preferred gender, basically. If it would let you choose both genders, that would actually be advantageous, but I don't think it'll let you do that. Anyway. Yeah, I think I just got to take off my armor. I think the weapons are fine. All right, let's do it. Take off the helm of brilliance. Take off the small shield. Take off the cloak of protection. Take off the speed. But I feel really vulnerable. This is the thing about it. I mean, it's pretty scary. I'm going to put on the towel again just to be sure there's nobody around. And again, I don't know where the nurse went. All right, here we go. Hello, succubus. They're stuck on the wrong side of a sleeping gas trap, though. Kind of don't like that. If I step into that, I could fall asleep. I'd rather have control Maybe I'll just dig a hole to the right or something. If I wanted digging, let's do that. All right, I freed you. What is this purple food? A giant spider crab. Hello, succubus. Okay, she's beating me up right now. Cool. Yeah, this is the weird part that'll make you wonder what kind of games I'm playing. But here we go. You feel very attracted to the succubus. Murmurs sweet nothings into your ear. Time stands still while you and the succubus lie in each other's arms. You seem to have enjoyed it more than the succubus. That was a very educational experience. You feel more experienced. Welcome to experience level 16. Succubus demands that you pay her, but you refuse. Yeah, I have no money. That's why. It's all in my bag. So yeah, she wants money too, but so I gained a level. That's great. Let's put on the towel again to see where she teleported to. She's over here. I can walk over there now and engage with her again, so to speak. What is this trap here? Is it a fire trap? A landmine. Ah, okay. Wonder if the nurse triggered the landmine and died. That could have happened. Gotta take it easy and slow in case I run into something. What is this worm? A purple worm appeared? Ooh, that would get me. Alright, let's gear up for the purple worm. Don't want to be caught with my pants down with that around. They'll digest you and eat you. Teleport. I don't know. Just where I am is fine. Put on the gloves. Put on Helm of Brilliance. All right, let's deal with the purple worm. Unfortunately, it's hanging out right near the succubus. I just want to kill the worm separately. They become a become a pair here. Look at them. Okay, they just split up. Let's go get that worm. Come on, wormy. Oh no, the succubus is coming. No, no, worm separate. Come on. Yeah, these worms will swallow you and digest you, and they can really kill you. All right, I should be lined up with it. And I can just fireball. Let's just fireball it. I don't even have to be lined up for, as we determined earlier. You hear a blast, you hear a blast. Yeah, it's out of, I'm blind, so I can't see the effects, sort of. Oh, you know what? I think you need the full line of sight for you to actually hit them accurately. That's probably why I missed with the vampire earlier. So let's cast light. Boom. Cast light here too. Boom. I still can't see it for some reason. I'm not sure why. Dan says, one's wondering if you're just going to kill or avoid the succubus nurse with the wifey, wondering what type of adult ASCII text game this is now. Undeterred, not letting up any XP level. No, I'm not going to do that. It's not the normal thing. It's the weird, odd thing you find in this game. Let's identify the gems while I'm at jet stones. Okay. But yeah, it does have some of that. Anyway, here is the worm. It looks like it's in my line of sight now. So I should be able to fireball it, no problem. Okay. Let me just verify the succubus isn't right here. Oh, it is right there. I don't want to kill it by accident. The succubus is coming. No pun intended. Just want the purple worm out of the way, really. Where are they going? It's so strange that they're traveling together practically. Could just teleport to the other side. Let me evaluate the placemat level. Placemat maze level here. How can I get to the other side? I think I have to go through that way. I basically have to go through them or teleport. Hear a wolf howling at the moon. There's a werewolf on the level now too. Yeah, the werewolf is over here. The D for dog. Okay, let's just deal with the werewolf first. That's easy. Turned into a human form just now. Zap light, boom. Did it work? I'm seeing blue still. I'm confused. Alright, I'm just gonna zap magic missile. There, the werewolf is gone now. Oh, the succubus is coming. What is next to me? Oh. Fog cloud. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. Come on, purple worm. Let's tango. Magic missile. That's purple worm. All right, it's dead. Cool. Is it worth eating a purple worm? I don't think it is. Let's give it a quick look-see. No, it's not worth eating. All right. Oh, now it's just me and the succubus. There's like a spider or something here that I'm not really concerned about. This S. And it's spawned a scorpion. That's not really a problem. Yeah, let's, oh, what do we have here with the quadruped? The Q. A leucotherium. I wouldn't want to be naked around that. That's like a big freaking dinosaur-like thing. Prehistoric beast. It's not really a problem, but I just wouldn't want to be naked. They can hit pretty hard. Large herbivorous quadruped. And they're a real thing. Here they are. Extinct genus of hornless rhinoceratoids. So basically this thing is wandering around the dungeon for some reason. And it would fight me because of reasons. I don't know. Should I just... No, I should not throw caution to the wind. It's pretty far away. It has to get around some twisty turns and everything to get to me. But I don't think I want to risk it. I'm gonna go seek that out and kill it first. And another thing has spawned. The number 1 here. What is it? It's another vortex. Okay. Hello, Maluka Thulu. I stunned it. All right, no problem. Okay. Let's go to the succubus. Oops. Oh, was that a wraith that just spawned? Holy moly. Okay. So, yeah, the wraiths are, they'll drain your levels, but if you eat one, you gain a level. So they're very coveted. Once you're powerful enough to handle them without a sweat, without breaking a sweat, you can just, yeah, I think they have a 50-50 chance of dropping a corpse, basically, and you eat them. So, I would like to deal with that. Part of me is tempted to, like, just break down some of these walls with a wand of digging, but that's also sort of just opening the whole world, the whole level to come at me, bro, and that's not great either. Like, if I literally knocked out all the walls, then I couldn't really be sort of protected when I'm doing my business with the succubus. I don't like how they're filing in single file, though. It makes it difficult. I don't know. I could always zap one of them with a wand of teleport, get him out of the way. What's this wand? A wand of make invisible. All right. Here comes the wraith first with the succubus right behind it. Well, yeah, I don't want her to be interfering with my battle. If she starts taking off my clothes, my armor while I'm fighting it, that wouldn't be great. But really, I should be able to shoot it from a distance. It's just I also don't want to interrupt my meal of eating it. But really, you can eat them very quickly because they have nutrition 0. I think I'm probably fine. I'm overthinking it, sort of. All right, so now the wraith is upon me. I think I can just magic missile it. There, I destroyed it. Did it leave a corpse? No corpse, huh? Zap light. Just yeah, there's no corpse. Oh well. All right, I guess I might as well get seduced. Nobody else around to mess with me. Let's take off everything. Take off everything. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, tries to touch you and misses because I'm invisible. She finds my invisible body very attractive, I guess. Yeah, sometimes she just attacks you to hurt you. You have to deal with that a whole lot. Is she ever going to seduce me anymore? I think there might be a point at which she decides not to do that anymore and just wants to hurt you. And I think I might have reached that point. So yeah, there's like this whole thing about it. She'll have a headache instead of seducing you. If you get a positive encounter for up to 100 turns after, it'll complain of having a headache instead of seducing you. I think that's where I'm at, but I feel like I've probably made more than 100 moves. Can I just chat with it? What happens if I chat with it? Acts as though she has a severe headache. All right, so she's just going to beat me up until that goes away. She has a severe one, meaning that it is worn out and canceled. Renders them... Oh, that sucks. Right. Basically, she's done. She's not going to seduce me anymore. And there was a 1 in 25 chance of that happening. So it was very poor odds, and yet that's the scenario I'm in. So she's not going to do me anymore, basically. And I might as well kill her. It would be good if I had my armor on. But I killed it. All right. Okay, put on all my stuff. I don't want to be teleported. Leave me alone. All right. Oh, I'm disappointed I didn't get more out of her, but I got a level. That's pretty cool. And, you know, consider the amount of experience I got. I had 180,000 dish, and now I got 321. That's a pretty big jump just from that one encounter. So I can't complain. And I can also potentially use my level up potion. It might not be a bad time to do that, because I'm kind of on the low end of level since I leveled up, and you know, I'm at the point where you pretty much only get levels from special things like, you know, succubus or potion of gain level. So I think I might as well just use it. So I would probably want to bless it. Well, going by my own logic, I don't know if it matters. And the logic is if you use a blessed potion of gain level, you go to the threshold to gain a level plus a random number of experience in that range between the level you've just upgraded to and the one following that. So in other words, imagine you had, you know, imagine you go up to a level that where the threshold is 1,000 experience and the level beyond that is 2,000. If you drink an uncursed gain level, it'll take you to 1,000. If you drink a blessed one, it would take you to a random number between 1,001 and 1,999, something like that. It might be 1,000 and 1,999. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe it doesn't matter that much, and I shouldn't spend holy water just trying to do that, because most of the time, you know, experience just trying to gain the raw experience isn't really gonna work. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it because I could luck out and get on the high end of that range, right? Yeah, maybe I'll just do it. And what's the point of saving holy water forever? I still have 7 of them. All right, I'll do it. I talked myself into it. All right, so we're dipping gain level into holy water. All right, got a blessed diluted potion to gain level. And what you should see here is I think that the experience pretty much doubles at this point. Like, so I think I need something like 640,000 for the next level. Yeah, so it's gonna take me 640,000 to get to 17 plus a random number between 640,000 and like a hair below this. So I guess if I got really lucky, maybe it takes me to like, 1.1 million or 1.2 million, and then I could just sort of hack and slash my way to level 19 subsequently. But let's see what happens. All right, quaff lowercase e. Bottoms up, here we go. Take a look right over here as I do that. All right. Level 17, you feel controlled. Oh, I think I get teleport control just because I'm a level 17 wizard. The extra experience bonus wasn't enough to really matter. Again, 640,000 is the threshold to reach level 17, and double that is for level 18. So it took me like, 200,000 above that whole 640,000 range. So yeah, what can you expect? That's going to happen. But yeah, I think I have teleport control now, so I can take off this range. This is fantastic. Let me verify that's what you feel controlled means. I'm like 99% sure that's what it is, though. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. At level 15, you get warning. At level 17, teleport control. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I can take off the ring. Don't need to wear that all the time. It's good to free up the slots. So, if I ever need to have, say, levitation and free action on at the same time or whatever, I don't have to worry about the teleportitis screwing me up. So yeah, I'm doing great. To be modest. Okay. What next? Just go to the next level, I guess. Anything else here to deal with? I guess not really. Did I find the downstairs yet? Yeah, there it is. It's hard to see on these maze-like levels, like where individual things are. But let's go to it. Where are we here? What level is this? Is this the castle? This might be the castle. Definitely not a regular dungeon level. And I think it only makes sense for the castle to be up next. Wait, but I wouldn't appear like right in the middle there. I think you appear on this side all the time. There's a drawbridge here that you have to deal with. So maybe I'm not on that level yet. Where would I be? I could just go with the flow and start moving. See what I find. But it's not the rogue level. We found that. I'm reviewing all the special levels. It's not Sokoban. It's not Oracle. We did all these. Fort Ludios is a special branch. And I think in my game it hasn't generated. It doesn't generate in every game. Because I passed the range of levels where it can appear, basically. It's got to be Castle. I think I did all of these except for, again, Fort Ludios, which I don't think is appearing. Castle's next. Right? But, why does it seem not right, though? Page won't load. All right, I guess I'll explore very carefully and see what's up. Could it be it teleported me in the middle of it? I mean, it wouldn't teleport me, but could the stairs take you right there? I don't think so. Oh, I still feel like I'd be in the middle of it, but it does mention in the wiki that, oh, this is in 3.7. Never mind. This is in version 3.7. The map might be mirrored vertically and or horizontally. I guess just to throw you off a little bit. So I kind of have no idea where I am. Let's put on the blindfold quick. Okay, we have a couple of giants, a cockatrice. Like, not too much going on here. What kind of giants are these? Minotaur. Oh. 2 minotaurs. Mountain nymph. Wood nymph, actually. Some sort of angel up here. Aliax. Well, what was that last level? That's like a maze or something? I don't know. That's not listed as a special level. Maybe this one is not either, whatever it is. All right, let's zap some light spells as I go, maybe. Take it cautiously. I just use a lamp or something. Do I have a lamp even? Probably have to worry about encumbrance if I do that. Yeah, I'm encumbered. I gotta take my own advice and make sure I'm not encumbered. I'm gonna run around with this thing. I guess I don't need teleport control anymore. I'm tempted to just drop it even, but it doesn't weigh a whole lot. The money doesn't need to be on my person. The wand of digging, sure, I'll put that away. I'm definitely not putting the cancellation wand in. It's not highlighted, and I'm pushing enter now. Okay, I'm not encumbered. Good. And who is this guy? The 2? That's a Zan, right? Okay. I'll just shoot it. Cool. Zan's gone. Here is an was it a guy named Alex? No, invisible Aliax. How much should I worry about an Aliax? A medium-sized humanoid angelic being that can see invisible, so it can see me. Picks up weapon and food. Has infravision. Can be seen via infravision. Can follow a hero to other levels if they are adjacent. Has 2 weapon attacks and a kick attack. And possesses cold resistance, sleep resistance, shock resistance, and poison resistance. Chatting to an Aliax causes it to imitate the hero. There's some lore behind that. What is going on with that? It's an entity sent by certain deities to punish those that anger that deity. It looks like it's sort of a clone of you from D&D. Well, that's not it. The Aliax creatures from the Fiend Folio. All right. Well, it's not peaceful, so I guess it's time to start shooting it. Shoot magic missile. It hits it. Shoot magic missile. Kill it. All right, that was no big deal. Longsword, large shield, wand of make invisible. I'm a little paranoid. I'm wondering if I should I don't know what I should do. Maybe search a little as I go. Some gold. Who's the number 1 to appear there? Put on the blindfold. What is that, a vampire vat? A raven, okay. I'll kill the raven. And eat it while I'm here. Delicious. Take it easy. Boulder, unexplored. Sling, okay. Where do you want to be teleported? I'll stay here for now. Run the blindfold. I do gotta be aware there is a minotaur in my face. I think in my immediate future. Did my light burn out or something? Oh, I'm blind. Had the towel on. I triggered a landmine, though. Landmines are like you stepped on a pointy pin. You stepped on a needle. That's about how bad they are to you in this game. I'm a little bit messed up for like 5 minutes, and I took a teeny bit of damage. All right, here comes the Minotaur. I might as well nuke him with a fireball. It worked last time, and he's in my line of sight. Let's do that. Boom, 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 boom. He killed the Minotaur. Perfect. Killed his Ruti. Wand of Dig. Yeah, I can replace my old one with that. Potion of Oil. Oh, that could be good. You can fill up your lamps with it. You can unrust things. I don't know if I care about that. Wait, can you grease things with that? I think you can. That might be good to have. Let me check that. It's good to have like all your armor greased in this game. Can't imagine walking around like that. You can give your unicorn horn an oily sheen. Can refuel the lamp. Don't want to quaff it. Oh, you can't grease things with it? I guess you need a can of grease for that. That's right. It's a separate thing. All right, so I guess its main purpose for me is probably just to, I mean, I don't think my weapon's going to get rusty. It's rust proof. My main weapon. I think it's probably best just to fuel a lamp with it, pretty much. As boring as that may be. Worthless glass. Some rocks. Okay. Who's the number 3 here? Your leg feels better. You're not encumbered anymore. That's good. It's an ogre, lord, or ogre king. Is it friendly? No, it's not. It's shooting me. It's hitting me, actually. Have a magic missile. And I stabbed it and finished it that way. I was in the middle of eating it when I teleported. I'll just leave the rest of its corpse there since I'm pretty full. I thought there were 2 Minotaurs. Is there only 1 now? I wonder if the cockatrice killed it. Anyway, there's the cockatrice. I'll be fine. You know, I always get a little worked up about them, but not hard to deal with, really. If you exercise even just a little bit of caution, you'll be fine. Coming up. Some unidentified orange gems. Those are jacinth stones. If I can ever find a place to sell gems, I can make a lot of money. I did find one such place in Minetown, but I exhausted them for all the money they had. You can only sell so much to a store because they run out of money. That's the idea. I still don't know what the heck this level is. And I'm wondering if I've seen this before, even. And make sure I don't pound on the keys too much. It's very tempting to just go boop, 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 and that's like the killer. Don't do that in this game. Just take time between each key press. All right, here comes the cockatrice. I'll just magic missile it, I guess. Boom, it's dead. Your recall of the spell is gradually fading. I'll have to read up on with my spell book again soon. Magic missile spell. Is there a corpse? Nope. Potion of water? Sure, I'll take that. Fell into a pit. Another thing that's like, oh, I stepped on a tack. You don't fall into a pit full of sharp iron spikes and come out okay. In this game, it's like, well, I was damaged by, less than 3% of my capacity, and now I'm better. That's kind of how it is in anything with hit points. Somehow you become godlike very quickly. Anyway, people don't want to die by a pit with sharp spikes. They want to die by something epic like a dragon. However, in this game, the dragons aren't even really that dangerous usually. Oh, another Alex appeared and some rothes. I will have a rothe to drink. Let's zap Alex here. Hey, Alex. How would you like a fireball this time? It resisted it twice and was caught in the fireball 2 times. Actually, I'm not sure how these messages work. Does this imply 2 fireballs and it resisted both, or is it 4 and it resisted 2 of them? Let's try it again. Maybe that'll be a clue. Oh, I killed it before I could figure out it. Oh, look, a wand that I don't know. Tempting. Let's see. Could it be wishing? Could it be wishing? Oh, fire. Well, fire is cool. Into the bag of holding. I have wand of fire selected. I do not have cancellation selected, and I'm pressing enter now. But I'm still burdened, so yeah, that sucks. Now it's time to play. What do I toss? I would really love to get these daggers enchanted at some point, but that hasn't really been in the cards much. I'm just not finding enchantment rolls very often, and I don't feel like spending marker charges and paper on. Maybe it's a good idea, though. I mean, for now, I'm holding off fine without it. I guess. I also have 2 blank spellbooks, huh? That makes me wonder if the water did blank them out. Wow. Let me check something. I'm going to copy and paste this. And check all the spells I know. I feel like maybe some of them are just gone forever. So Force Bolt I have. Haste Self Haste Self I just don't have anymore. I don't think I would have dumped that. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Healing. I think I might have, I don't know. Might have dumped healing. Knock. I know I dumped to knock. I don't think I dumped this many. Identify I still have. Magic Missile I still have. Sleep I don't have anymore. Oh yeah, I think 2 of these got blanked out from the water. Oh, that sucks. Light I have. Wizard Lock I think I might have dumped that one. Remove Curse I don't have anymore. Fireball. Oh, I don't have Fireball anymore? Yeah, I think I would have kept Fireball and Magic Missile, but I think I lost them here. That sucks. Well, I can always write them again, I guess. Huh. Wonder what else got lost. Probably were a few scrolls that got damaged or something. I just don't know what they were. Oh, well. Anyway, gotta deal with burdened. So, what do? I don't know. Gotta dump some junk. I've got a lot of junk. Maybe I will just enchant the stack of daggers. Or write some enchant armor that could use up some scrolls and lighten my load that way. Gotta think this through though. Or I could just say screw it to a wand of fire. Do I really need that? Well, I don't need the 1 charge wand of digging. I'll just drop that. There, I'm good for now. All right. How are we doing here? Monster. All those Rothays appeared. I don't really care about them too much. I'm assuming my, by the way, my alignment should be back up to speed. Let's use a stethoscope and check. I'm still insufficiently chaotic. I must be doing worse than I thought. I fought a lot of guys. I would think enough of them are what they call always hostile by now. Let me just look up what insufficiently chaotic means. I'm like 99% sure I look up that means you have a negative alignment. Alignment record is what they call it. If you have a negative alignment record and you probe yourself with a wand or a stethoscope, it'll say you're insufficiently aligned without further subdivisions. Yeah, so I'm still I'm in one of these areas. You have transgressed, you have sinned, or you have strayed. I'm still there after all that fighting I've done. The math isn't mathing to me unless they're just really that, like, I've been fighting a lot fewer always hostile than I realized. Let me just wipe out the Rothays then on that note, because they're always hostile, I think. Never seen a friendly one. Remember, don't mash the button a lot. Let's use the travel command or whatever it's called. Here they are. Okay, Rothays. Splat, splat, splat. Kill the yellow light. Hello, Rothay. Any other Rothays? That's all of them. So now if I apply the stethoscope, I'm still insufficiently chaotic. Oh, man. Yeah, I wanted to get the potion of oil. You know, it might be good to get... here we go with encumbrance issues again, but it might be good to get a new wand of digging if I don't have... I guess I have one. Now I'm going to dump the wand of probing. That's the same thing as the stethoscope, except it has limited charges. Well, technically, I think it can zap someone from a distance and see their stats, whatever, but I'm not going to bother. It's one of those things where I just have to suck it up sometimes and be like, well, you know, this thing is slightly better in an odd case. You got to let things go in this game. But oil would definitely be good to have. I have to decide what else. Now let's identify this stuff. All right, oil. Put the oil in. Bag of holding for sure. And I still have another wand dump or something. I can put the money in. Bag of holding. I could put... I don't think I need to have levitation on my person. Though it might be good to have other rings on my person, like conflict. Do I really care about the levitation boots at this point? Part of me goes, well, it could be nice, because what if I want to have 2 other rings on? Blah, blah, blah. But they're cursed, and they're -1, and honestly, I just want to dump something. So there we go. Drop the pair of levitation boots. Okay. Alright. Jumping boots can definitely be useful. They're surprisingly useful in the late game. I think I might need to have speed. Another means, though. I have another means of speed. I have it via my boots right now. But I don't know. Let's keep taking it through here. I could actually spend another, what is it, 4,000 trying to level up my armor class again. Via donations. I don't know if I want to run all the way back there right now. Hopefully there's another temple somewhere around here. What was this thing? I wanted from it. Yeah. All right, let's figure out something to dump. I mean, I wish it told you the weights of everything in the menu. I feel like some of the forks of the game, the mods, the variants, whatever you want to call them, I think some of them tell you the weights, but otherwise you're just kind of guessing here. Maybe I should just do some of that enchantment stuff. Let's do it. Why not? Enchant armor or weapon? Let's do that stack of daggers that I've been wanting to have enchanted forever. That could be good to have in case I wind up using up all my magic. And I need a ranged weapon. So enchant weapon. What's the maximal way to do it again? You want to have... You want to bring it up to what? Right. Basically, you can... You read enchant weapon. If it's blessed, you get 1 or 2 pluses. If it's uncursed, you get 1. The goal is to bring it to +5, and then you do 1 more blessed. At +6, there's a 2/3 chance it's going to evaporate when you read another one. So you want to stop at +6, but you hope that when you're at +5 and read the scroll, it takes it to +7. So you stop at +6 or +7. So what I could do is just start with 2 blessed scrolls, then read an uncursed, then it'll be +5, then 1 more blessed. Yeah, might as well do it, right? So how many daggers do I have? I have 7 at the ready. And in the bag, I have 15. I can make them stack. Do I want to bother with the elven daggers? The elven daggers are slightly better, but the problem is you don't find enough of them to make a nice stack. It might be worth just dumping the elven daggers on that note. All right, but let's do this. I'm going to enchant the stack of 22 plus 0 daggers. So, how much does it cost in magic marker charges to write? Because again, I'm just not finding this very much. I think I'm just got to write some magic markers. It costs 8 to 15 ink to write. All right. So let's take out. Do I want to start with 2 blessed? I guess I'll do that. I have 2 blessed scrolls of blank paper. That's perfect. And let's take out magic markers. Each one costs 8 to 15. I'm not sure the optimal way to play this. I guess I can't risk it with the one that has 14 charges because there's a chance I would just run it dry if it costs 15 in that particular instance. It would run dry and I'd waste the 14 essentially. I think that's how it would work. So I guess it makes sense to use the 18 charge one. And after that, I don't know. I'm going to write on 1 scroll of blank paper, enchant weapon. Ta-da! Blessed scroll of enchant weapon. Let's wield the stack of 22 daggers because that's how it works. And read lowercase z. Your 22 daggers go blue for a moment. Oh, yeah, it was only a +1. Yeah, that's the problem with blessed. It's a crapshoot. So I didn't really get any benefit of having it blessed in a sense. The magic marker now has 7 charges. So it caught what I have going into that. I had 18, I think, right? So that means it cost 9 charges in that particular roll of the dice, which is not bad. The range is 8 to 15. Do I want to risk the one that has 14? Maybe it's worth doing. Because if 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it'll be just enough. Only if it's 15 will it be bad. If I run out, well. At least I tried. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna be recharging these 2 markers anyway. So, okay, let's try it. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna apply B and write on Q. Enchant weapon. And look, it worked perfectly. It has 0 charges now, and it worked. So it must have rolled a 14 on the dice exactly. Wow, amazing. I'm going to read the Blessed Scroll of Enchant Weapon now. It glows blue for a while. That gave it a +2, so now they're +3 daggers. Okay. I have to think of how I want to play this with my low amount of charges. I gotta think. I have blessed, but it's kind of not worth it. I have blessed scrolls of charting, but it's not really worth it at this point. It's best to use uncharged because the way it works is it'll bump it up to 50 in either case. Basically, there's more complicated math, but that's the bottom line. So I'd be kind of wasting its blessed status. However, that's all I have are 2 blessed ones. I mean, for now, I can still use the 3rd magic marker, so maybe I'll just do that. We got the one that's 29. And I don't know, maybe I'll just do an uncursed because I'm running out of blessed scrolls. I can do 2 more uncursed. And then it'll be +5, and then I can do 1 blessed after that. I might be out of marker charges at that point. It's kind of expensive just to get this stack of daggers. But you know what? Once they're this well enchanted, it might actually be worth using them more. All right, let's do it. Apply, capital R. You know what? I got at the castle. I have a minimum of 5 more wishes coming up. I can wish for more magic markers, or 1 or 2 more, or whatever. You know, lots of opportunities. Yeah, weapon. All right, I got an uncursed one now. Still wielding the +3 daggers. Now it should be +4. Ta-da, 22 +4. And the magic marker has 16 more charges that can guarantee another enchant weapon. Because the most it can use is 15, as we said a moment ago. Enchant weapon. Okay, so it's +5. Now there's 1 more blessed enchantment that I can put on this. However, I'm kind of out of charges at the moment. So yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I guess I could use one of these blessed scrolls of charging on it. Save the other for the wand of wishing. Honestly, the one that I've already charged and pretty much used up might be pretty much worthless at this point. 4 charges. Yeah, you can only charge them once. So this one's garbage at this point, I think. Let me just verify that. Or is there anything that I could actually write with 4 charges only? There might be like a crapshoot if you get really lucky. You could write something with 4 charges. You can charge it once, right? Yeah. If you try to recharge it a second time, you'll get this message that your marker seems permanently dried out. So, don't want that. All right, yeah, so I guess I just have to see if there's anything I can write for only 4 charges. And if there isn't, I know this is total garbage. How do I even look that up, though? I guess I can look up scrolls, or... I feel like I might have to click through each scroll individually, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Ink. Is this like... But it's a range, though. What does this mean? It should be a range. All right, so I think I'm out of luck because the cheapest scroll that actually does anything is light, and that's 8. Oh, 8. Why did it say 8 here? And then if you look here, it says 4 to 7. Okay, so 8 means 4 to 7, apparently. So I guess I could write light. Do I want a scroll of light? No. If 8 means 4 to 7, I could write like a cheesy thing like gold detection, perhaps. I don't know. Magic mapping is good to have. I might just get that, or try to get that. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. I'll try to get a magic mapping out of it. It looks like, by my understanding, if these are all equal probabilities, I would only have a 1 in 4 chance of it working. What the hell? I'll try it. All right, so we're taking out this pretty much spent magic marker. Going to write on an uncursed piece of paper, which is one of these. Okay. Apply R on K. We're going to write magic mapping. Your marker dries out. The scroll is now useless and disappears. And that's kind of a downside of trying that. You lose the scroll too. But now I can ditch this magic marker. It's garbage. All right. I guess I'll just stand pat for now with what I got. I gotta put some stuff in the bag of holding, of course, because that's life. It's life in Nethack. I'll put the digging in. I'll put a bunch of the daggers in. How many? I had 7 on my person before. Okay, I'm unencumbered now, but I have a nice supply of +5 daggers. That's pretty good. All right. So what else is on this level? Just wood nymphs over there. Oh, I'm going into a dead end, aren't I? Something just appeared. It's a dog? Yeah, I'm going to leave the dog alone. Let's use the travel command to go, let's say, here. My lamp out. It's not seeing. Oh, I'm blind. With this turning on and off of my blindfold, I often get confused by that. You hear a slurping sound. Who's drinking a Slurpee? I always forget what that means. You hear a slurping. I love when you can Google a phrase like this. There's nothing else in the world that says you hear a slurping sound except for Nethack and apparently the other major roguelike known as Adom. Oh, that's a gelatinous cube. That's right. So they're eating objects on the ground, which I kind of hate, but I don't think I left anything important on the ground. And I can't see them with the blindfold because they're brainless. So basically, I'm going to run into a gelatinous cube at some point. You could probably assume it's... Not really sure. It's probably in one of these areas with all the objects, really. Could that be it? How did you even get there? I can teleport. Let's try going right there. Oh, it's a yellow light. Okay, I killed it. Well, I didn't kill it. It exploded and I'm blind now. Let's apply the unicorn horn to be unblind. There we go. Arrows. Worthless glass. All right. Yeah, so I detect a 2-level thing right there. If I'm blindfolded, I don't see what it is. That's got to be the gelatinous cube. Now those guys, early on in the game, I kind of seek them out because they can give you like one of several intrinsics, but I probably have them all at this point. Let's check it out. Yeah, so when you eat one of these, you get 10% each of chance of fire resistance, cold resistance, shock resistance, and sleep resistance. I believe I have all of those. My notes here say, yeah, I got all those. If it would convey drain resistance, that would be fantastic. But that would be kind of OP, I guess. So I don't really have much use of the gelatinous cube. A boulder trap gets triggered. A lot of traps around here. Gotta be careful. Most of them don't really cause any issues. Scroll of identify, man. A nymph. Have a magic missile. Yeah, it really sucks. I don't have this spell. That's what I gotta. I gotta recharge a magic marker and write fireball and magic missile with more urgency on magic missile because it's fading. It's just a core thing I do. I can't magic missile. I just can't not have that. I guess it's better to do it proactively than when I'm in the heat of combat. So maybe I should just do it right now. Where the heck are the stairs? Did I find them already? Oh, they're in the lower left. Okay. That's okay. I just didn't realize it. Oof. That's a pretty cool command, isn't it? All right, I guess I should do it. Yeah, I'll be using kind of wasting the blessedness of one of the charging scrolls, but I got what am I gonna do? I really want to have that spell book of magic mints. Now let me just make sure I don't have it. Oh, I do have it. It was fireball and something else I'm missing. Okay, I just somehow glossed over this before. Yeah, I totally have magic mints. I can read it right now. I think you have to wait till it's like all gone in memory or something. Still have 7 to 8% left. All right, so I'm glad I checked that before I wrote another one. Jeez. But yeah, I lost fireball. I think, ooh, what's happening here? This might be the castle, folks. I don't know what the heck that previous level was. I guess it's just a special one that's not worth talking about in the wiki because it's just a bunch of stuff. Still doesn't look like the same layout. Does it? No, it doesn't look like the castle layout. Oh, look, actually it is. The up staircase is in a small maze on the left side of the level. All these M's, that's just kind of representing a maze. I'm in that maze area. Like here, it's a small maze area. So that's where I am. I'm on the castle. With the deadly drawbridge, I'll have to be careful about. Alright, so the potion of oil here, okay. Are we in the dark? Is it worth leaving my lamp on? I don't know the answer. Uh-oh. An invisible wraith is coming at me. Okay. I'll have to eat him. Some stupid orcs. Okay, there's the wraith. I think it's a number 2. Oh, it's on the other side of the wall. Yeah, what's the oil I have to worry about encumbrance once again. Okay, what are the number 4? Let's put on the level. I got some dragons up in my face. Look, this is crazy. This might be time to take a brief intermission. I'm going to use the facilities, and I'll be right back with a clear head. All right, see you guys in 2 minutes. All right, quiet organist. All right. You know, there's the magical thing about certain locations in the house where you come up with inspiration. One thing I remembered is a tip I read once is that in the castle, probably says right here on this very page. There's going to be a wand of wishing in one of these 4 corner areas. I think that's what this green thing represents. Yeah, oh, yeah, I guess there's a chest in each one. Or maybe only one of them. In one of the 4 corners, rooms marked with the parenthesis, there's a guaranteed untrapped lock chest containing a wand of wishing. And one tip I've read is that if you just use an object detection potion, you can know exactly where to go. But I'm kind of wondering, I kind of want to clear out the whole place anyway, so maybe it doesn't really matter much. I guess that would only be necessary if you really wanted to rush for the wand of wishing, or perhaps take a stealthy approach, like a surgical approach, and really go in there for the wand of wishing and then get out or something like that. Yeah, what are these guys? Traps? These tees? I don't know what they are. Oops. All right, marked trap doors, and these all lead to the Valley of the Dead, which is the start of the Gehenna levels. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry about. Like I was thinking, in the very previous level, I dropped an object detection potion from the was it from a nymph? So I was thinking that could be a way to just identify where the wand of wishing is. But I decided I don't really care. I'm just gonna grind my way through everything here anyway. But what do we have to deal with here? Look at this. All of these capital D's are dragons. We got all different colors. All the capital T's are trolls. These at symbols are various like soldiers and stuff. The capital X's are Zorns. The W is a wraith, as we know. I think I can handle all of these guys pretty easily, but there is a lot of them. Just gotta not get too overconfident. Is all. Watch my step a little bit. Yeah. Looking forward to eating the wraith. If they'll drop a corpse, so many times they just don't drop a corpse. I think it's just 50-50, but for me, it could be just a bias in effect, but it feels like it's like 80% of the time they don't drop a corpse for me. All right. So what I'm thinking is, yeah, I really want that wraith to be like isolated so I can eat. I guess I don't have to worry too much. Just there has to be nobody extremely dangerous nearby when I'm trying to munch on him. Like I wouldn't want to deal with this what is presumably a minotaur right here. Yeah, I don't want to deal with him while I'm munching on the wraith. An unknown creature causing me anxiety. Yeah, these things don't have brains, whatever they are. Red dragon. I mean, I kind of joke that the dragons are garbage, but I don't want to sneeze at like an army of them being in my face, essentially. By the way, this is a place, if you don't have any of the good dragon scale mails like this gray dragon or silver, if you don't have those gray dragon scale mail or silver dragon scale mail, you can get them by killing these guys. So this is a source for that. So we have to deal with rust monsters and a disenchanter. Those are not too difficult usually, but you got to be aware of them. You can blast one cancellation wand at, say, the disenchanter, then you don't have to worry about it disenchanting your stuff. I forget exactly what that does. Does it remove pluses? Or does it like cancel magic stuff altogether? I remember it's quite bad if you let them get you, but it's easy to avoid them if you're careful. Yeah, it'll decrease the positive enchantments of the target's equipment. And artifacts have a 9 out of 10 chance of resisting. It has both a passive attack, so if you hit it with a magical weapon, it'll reduce the plus potentially, and also it attacks you with a claw that will disenchant your stuff. So yeah, you don't want to mess with them, although again, you can deal with them pretty easily. All right. So Dan said plenty of closely packed fireball fodder is what I see. That's a good point. Also, Ring of Conflict can be great. I just don't like that you don't get the experience points. But again, I'm kind of at the point where you don't usually level up from experience points anyway. So I wonder if I should just do that. Ring of Conflict. Everybody here attacks each other. Everybody within a certain radius of me attacks each other. I don't know. It's kind of less fun though. I guess if I feel like I'm in danger, I could do that. Anyway, why don't we proceed? I'm just gonna again try to kill the Wraith, and be able to eat him without anybody too dangerous around. That's kind of my top priority at the moment. So let's remove the... Do I want to remove the blindfold? I guess so. Get some money. I'll eat an orange. No, here's a boulder right here. Amulet of ESP for what that's worth. Here comes that Wraith. It's kind of blocked by the boulder, but if I push the boulder up one, it's going to attack me. I don't want him to get any hits on me. But he might. Okay, hold on. If I push it up once when he goes to the left, pretty good. Okay, but now there's a Minotaur up in my grill. Do I want to melee a Minotaur? I think I've been burned by Minotaurs before, so I kind of have this fear of them. But I think I'll be okay. And, you know, I have plenty of exit strategies. Like I can zap it with a wand of teleport, or teleport away myself. Actually, is this a no teleport level? That might be good to know. It is a not teleportable level, so I cannot use any teleport tricks. Nonetheless, I'll probably do something. I'll probably just put it to sleep right now with a sleep spell, honestly. Why don't we start with that? Sleep. Sleep ray hits the Minotaur. The sleep ray hits the Minotaur. It is missed. All right, let's kill it. Hit the Minotaur. The probe from my magic bait is telling me its hit points is 66. It's level 17, AC 6. It can't move right now. It has a wand of digging on its person. It might, if it wakes up, it might escape by zapping the wand of digging downward into making a hole and jumping in. That's what they do sometimes. That's what anybody who can zap a wand will do sometimes. All right, I killed it. All right, let's try to lure the Wraith over here. All right, it's coming, I think. Cool, it's coming. Yeah, let's try to zap it. I can zap it down right with, let's say, magic missile. It's I zapped it and it tried to read a scroll of teleportation to escape, but again, it's a no teleport level. That doesn't work, fool. Let's magic missile it again. It's dead. Cool. I'm blind, so I can't see if it left a corpse right now. The reason why I see other corpses is because I saw them from before. But I do not. Man, no Wraith corpse. See, I swear, pretty sure I read it's like a 50-50 chance, but I feel like 80% of the time I get no corpse from the Wraith. I don't know why. Again, I try to be aware of biases, you know, confirmation biases and all that stuff. But I really feel like I don't get them with 50-50 probability. All right. So what to do next? Just hack my way through things, blow them up with fireballs. I mean, the orcs that are right here are no problem. The angel, yeah, I handled them with not much difficulty. I think I'm pretty much good. I just don't want to get too overconfident. The disenchanter is running forward. One thing to be acutely aware of, by the way, is the drawbridge. That's a very special thing. And you can see the shape of the way these monsters are on the screen. If you look at this is like corresponding to this moat in the wall right here. Right over here is a drawbridge. It's very infamous, this drawbridge, because it can mess you up. It can basically instantly kill you. You can deal with it basically in one of two ways. You can play a musical instrument and you have to figure out the melody through trial and error that you have to play to make the drawbridge open or close. And the alternate is you can blow it up. All you need is like your force bolt spell or whatever. You have to be very careful though. I have to read the mechanics of the drawbridge just to be careful. If it blows up and you're near it, you're dead. It says like the metal splinters or whatever destroy you. That's it. I think you're good if you're at least 2 spaces away. If the drawbridge closes on any creature, including you, it kills you. One thing you have to be aware of is you could lower it by playing the melody from the musical instrument, and then some random monster could zap it with a wand of force bolt, and it destroys, and the splinters will kill you if you're near. You got to be very careful. If you do destroy it, or a monster destroys it, you can still go over the moat if you have like levitation or some other means of going over the water, which I can handle just fine. So I don't know, just things you have to be careful of. It might be worth just destroying it, because I heard that this surprise, wand of not wand of force, but wand of striking. That's just something that can get you if you're not careful. So I'm thinking I should just blow it up from a distance. It's kind of too bad, because I feel like the whole discovery of the tune is like part of the game. But also you can do a fun trick where you keep opening and closing it with the tune, and you keep squashing enemies with it. That might be fun to try. I don't know. I don't know how likely it is that any of these guys have force bolts. I'll try the musical instrument, but I'll just keep my distance so I can't get hit by splinters. Let me verify how far you have to be from the drawbridge to not get killed by the splinters. Tears apart any monster currently standing on or next to it. Okay, so if I'm not next to it, I should be fine. I guess if I kill all the monsters before even walking onto it or next to it, then I should be fine. Yeah, I kind of want to figure out the melody. It's kind of fun. It's a mastermind style, which I forget. I forgot how you do that, but I think you have to just basically guess the first note, and something will click once you guess the first one. Then you guess the second note, etc. All right. But yeah, maybe Dan is right, and I should just be slinging fireballs around. All right, let's deal with these hill orcs. Minotaur corpse. Potion of acid. I don't want to lug that around. Might be at the point of where I have to start stashing money too. We're close to that point. I'll eat the hill orcs, because why not? Boulder. Scroll of light. I'll just leave it. Some money. Vampire bat is fleeing. Who's the number 4 coming? Oh, turned into a vampire. All right. Let's just back away and shoot it. Standard vampire tactics. Have a magic missile. Okay. That's fun. It's hard to see with the animation, but that missile hit it, and it plowed past it, and it rebounded. I'm not sure if against the boulder or the wall behind it. Bounced back and hit it again. All right, I killed it. Comes up. What the heck is that? A black light? I'm freaked out. All right. Hallucination and annoying, but we can cure that with a unicorn horn. Everything looks so boring now, man. All right. I don't know. I'm really considering just reading my magic missile, but I think it has to be all gone. I guess I can switch to force pull or something if it need be, but I need to understand how it works. Or does it talk about forgetting, or whatever the term is? Spellbook that has been read 3 times will fade after refreshing the spell from it, making spell and book management quite important. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you could read forever, huh? Oh, well. I don't even know what to look for exactly to find what I'm looking. Basically, I think before in the past, I tried reading spell when it was almost forgotten, but not fully forgotten, and it wouldn't let me. Oh, this is a good tip I should be doing. I haven't been doing this. You should name it with the current turn number when you read it, so you'll know when you need to rememorize it. 20,000 turns later, it said, I think. I can start doing that going forward. All right. Yeah, I'm realizing I have a weakness now that I might get to the end game and like have forgotten all my spells, and I'll need like more magic marker charges to write them again. And yeah, I have to actually have those markers. All right. For now, I guess I'll just keep going. Yeah. Here's a red dragon. I'll go toe to toe with a red dragon. So far, it hasn't even been able to attack me. I've attacked it 3 times. This time, I confused it. It breathes fire. The blast of fire whizzes by you. It bounces, whizzes by you, hits a dragon, and you feel clumsy. Why do I feel clumsy? I've been doing great. Let's apply the unicorn horn to get rid of the clumsiness. I mean, I can just go toe to toe with the most badass dragons. Who do we got there? Okay. Again, I'm having trouble carrying all this money at this point. Oh, I got just so much money, I can't carry it all. First world problems, man. Ah! The black dragon shoots a blast of disintegration. That's an instant death thing, but it reflects from your armor. But, you know, I also ate one at one point, which gave me intrinsic disintegration resistance. So even if I didn't have the armor on for whatever reason, I'd be okay. Still, it's a little scary seeing that blast at you somehow. So, I don't know. You can come to me and let's melee. Come on. Oh, what do we got here? A flaming sphere or something? I don't know if I should care. Because I have fire resistance. I always kind of forget, though, if, like, fire effects will burn your stuff. Even if you're fire resistant. Let's just zap something basic out of, like, a force bolt. Oh, force bolt is gone. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay, I'll have to read that. I'm confused because of that. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get unconfused. Oof. Breathing sphere explodes. You seem unaffected by it. Unaffected by the flame sphere. I guess it's not an issue. You're fire resistant. Here comes the angel guy named Alex. Hey, Alex. Gotta be careful with the water here. Just gonna stab Alex. All right. Looks like everything else is beyond the moat, as far as I can tell. Let me check what's here. It might be a good time to read my force bolt spell just to have that backup. Or did I lose that one? Is that the one I lost? No, I have that. It's a blessed spellbook of force bolt. Let's read it. Your knowledge of force bolt is restored. Cool, cool. All right, I guess it's time to deal with draw. Oh, this jerk. Black dragon, what are you gonna do to me? You ain't got anything. Got nothing on me. I'm just stabbing you. I don't even need magic. You just got beaten by the worst melee class who meleeed you. I might not be the worst melee class, actually. Okay, Black Dragon Corpse, I don't have a need for that. I'll eat it in a celebratory manner anyway. I stop eating because I see a Zorn coming through the wall here. Okay. But yeah, I gotta deal with the drawbridge. I think I'm gonna, like I mentioned before, I think I'm gonna play the tune. So that's fun. Go away, Zorns. What are you doing? Drop the drawbridge, and then I can keep opening and closing it. I'm not sure how far you have to be. Like, if I can do it from here, that's great. Let me check. Must be standing at most a knight's move from the drawbridge. Standing any closer can be hazardous. So a knight's move means an L shape away, 2 in one direction and 1 in the another. Okay. Wait, is that just saying as a safety precaution, or is that at most? So you can't, yeah, at most. I think it means you can't be right. You can't be like where I'm standing now. You can't be far away. All right. It makes me a little nervous, but a knight's move. Kind of wish I could get clarity on that, but I think I know what it means. Like a chess knight, meaning being two in one direction and one another. L shape. But I do know that the drawbridge will only kill you if you're right next to it, right? So I guess the L shape makes sense. Currently standing on or next to it. That's for smashing it to pieces. What about when it lowers? They do mention you should kill the Zorns quickly because they might eat metal items in the storage rooms. Okay. Or you can try to go to the storage rooms before they have a chance to eat anything. Maybe I'll just try to kill them. Stand back a couple of squares for the wand, or a nice move away otherwise, to avoid having the bridge hit you in the face and kill you. You have a tonal instrument. You can repeatedly play the past tune to crush monsters under the drawbridge. That's kind of funny, though. Like, you lower it, close it, and it keeps splat, splat, splat. Honestly, it's probably safer to just zap it from a distance, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I should play the past tune. If I die while attempting this, I'll feel really stupid. All right. Beware crushing peacefuls in the drawbridge. I didn't think of that. The drawbridge has been a source of many deaths. Here are a few things you can do to avoid yet another stupid death. Do not zap the drawbridge with a wand of striking while standing directly in front of it. Do not open it while standing on either of the two spaces directly in front of it. There are two spaces directly in front. I guess it means on either side. And do not linger near it when other monsters have wands of striking. Okay. All right, I think I'm pretty good. It's clear. I got to be the knight's move away. In other words, the mode is here, so I'd have to be like right here to be a knight's move away, or here. I guess either space is probably fine. All right, I'll try that, and I'll try learning the past tune. But first, let's kill these Zorns, as they suggested, because they're going to eat metal things. Excuse me. Have a magic missile, Zorn. Clearing out the Zorns right here with the magic missiles might be what I... Oh, look, it ate a wand. That hope they can't eat the wand of wishing. I guess they would have to open the chest first, so they probably don't do that. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe blasting these missiles at... No, never mind. I was thinking that number of usage of the spells would make it fade in your memory, but that's not how it works. It's number of turns. All right, those two Zorns are dead. Is there any others? I don't see any others. Okay, I'm so scared. I'm gonna put levitation as a safety measure. I just feel better having that on. I'm levitating. And of course I'm burdened again. Da 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 da. I put 2 daggers into the bag of holding. I don't know if that's smart or not, but I'm still not unencumbered. I don't know. Let's put some garbage in. Stethoscope. You can go in there. Fine. Oh, I actually am not encumbered anymore. Oh, because I put levitation on. All right, fine. All right, so let's step where we need to. Now, this is a knight's move away, right? 2 and 1. 1, 2. Okay, I'm a little scared, but I'm just getting anxious. It's fine. Now, how do we find the past 2? You just guess a note, I think. And it'll tell you if the first one is right or whatever. So without improvising, you must guess the 5-note combination The notes you can play are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I have one of these things. I forget which. All right, let's try it. Take out a tool. I have a. Did I really choose the bugle to be my thing? I think that aggravates monsters. It wakes up sleeping ones and everything. All right, fine. Probably not the best choice. But who cares? I'm going to fight them all anyway. Okay, we're going to blast a bugle. How do you do this? It'll tell you which ones match, I think. So I have to take note. Let me get my Google Doc up. Actually, that's better. Pass tune. You have to log which ones you tried. Is it best to just go A? I forget. I'll just try it, I guess. A. This is the lamest song ever. Extract a strange sound from the bugle. I guess that's none of them match then. How do you know about if you've gotten one right? Here's a whole pass tune and 3. H is also accepted. What? It's equivalent to B. Okay. You hear a tumbler click. If you have a note in the wrong. Wait, hearing a tumbler click means you have a correct note in the wrong place. Okay. Hearing a gear turn means you have a correct note in the correct place. The most intuitive way, you can just go like this. All A, all B, etc. Yeah, I don't have to listen to what it says here. I'm just gonna do it myself. All right. So let's try all B's now. One, two, three, four, five. All right, nothing. All C's. Oh, you hear 2 gears turn. Look at that. So 2 of these are correct. But I don't know which ones. So what's the best way to play this? I could try. Well, I know A is all wrong, B is all wrong. So what I could do is try sort of changing half of them to D's. I don't know if I'd want to change 2 or 3. Why don't we try 2 of them as D's maybe? So I'm recording on the side, 2 gears turn. You hear 2 tumblers click and 2 gears turn. That means, I don't know. Yeah, if there's 2 tumblers click, that means the D's must be correct, but in the wrong place, if I understand this correctly. And 2 gears means, oh, well, I could have, no, 2 of the C's must be right. And there, 2 tumblers, kind of. I feel like I'm missing something. If if this was 2 gears turn, 2 of these are correct and in the right position. But if I replace 2 of them with D's, I still have 2 gears turn, but additionally I have 2 tumblers click, right? The 2 D's have to be the 2 tumblers clicking, don't they? But that means D's would be in these places. Then how could 2 gears turn if I cancel 2 of them with... If I replace 2 of the C's with D, I feel like I'm missing something. Or my logic is wrong somewhere. Well, I can keep playing around. I don't know. What do you got to say, Dan? Change one of the C's to A's until you find two correct C's. Well, the A's I know are all wrong. I guess that could be a way to narrow it down. I see your point. Okay, if I replace it with ones I know are all wrong. Two. I'm just taking notes here. All right. Okay, so what if I replace... I'll replace one of the A's with it. One of the C's with an A, like Dan is suggesting. I think that's what Dan's suggesting. So you could try CCADD. And that is still 2 tumblers click. And 2 gears turn, the same as before. Which means the third one, if nothing changed when I changed, the third one is wrong right now. So I should guess, like, so changing the third one didn't change my result is what I'm getting at. So therefore, this must be something like, I don't know, it could be D, it could be, it's probably D, but let's try it. It could be D, it could be E, F, G. I think there might be a good chance it's D, though. Ah, 3 gears turn. So we know the third one is definitely D. Three gears turn. Okay. Just taking my notes here. Yeah, so 3 of them are correct and correct position. So what to try next? D. So we're doing C in all these. I think I'm logically a little bit jammed up in my brain right now, but I think we'll get it. I got to keep an eye on the map too after each time I do, in case something crazy happens. 3 gears. All right, so that. All right. So that removed one of them being right in the wrong position. So C, that C I removed must be elsewhere, right? So we could try is C. I could try and narrow down with the second one. One thing at a time, I guess. What if I try C, D, D, C, D? Four gears turn. Ah. So we know it's definitely the third and fourth ones are correct. 2 others are correct, but I'm not sure which. I think the first one's probably correct, right? See, I'm not really sure what I know. 4 gears. Basically, it's all right except one position. I could easily just narrow it down by trying stuff, even if I'm not doing it perfectly efficiently. Let's try E, D, D, C, D. Okay, I just made... Let's just prove the first one is correct with C. So we know it's C blank, DC blank. but also one of the D's is correct. So C. This might be. Should we just try E here? Oh, there it is. You see a drawbridge coming in. Oh shit! Here they come. All right. C E D C D. I should play that on like a keyboard or something to see how it sounds. I could get my guitar. Probably doesn't sound very good, really. All right. But they're coming at me. Look at this. They're pouring out. Now I can play it again to mess with them and squash them. This might be fun. But as I mentioned, I have to be careful I don't get anybody peaceful. Doesn't look like anybody's peaceful. I'm going to do it. Watch this. Going to apply the bugle. Yeah, we're going to play. Let me have the tune on my screen here on the side, just so I don't have to keep switching to it. All right, C, E, D, C, D. Okay, the fire elemental is going to get squished. Oh, it didn't. I don't think I saw anybody get squished. Okay, kill the fire elemental. You feel mildly warm. Yeah, I'm immune to your fire, fool. I'll just stab you gradually. Okay. Who's this idiot playing the bugle outside our castle? Oh, I just realized you don't have to type it in every time. Just play the past tune. All right. Ha ha ha. The invisible. Do you see a drawbridge growing up? The invisible golden naga is crushed by the falling portcullis. You kill the invisible golden naga. Ha 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 ha. And you get experience points for this too. So you're not losing out. But it does destroy all equipment that they had on their person. So if you want to get equipment, this is not the best way to do it. Maybe I should just launch a fireball in there. Yeah, let's start launching fireball. That sounds fun. Dan had a good idea earlier. Let's launch fireballs. Ta-da! Whoa. Oh, it made water evaporate. Interesting. Disenchanter. Yeah, you gotta go, Disenchanter. Sorry. Disenchanter's still alive. I don't like that. Half a magic missile. All right, no more Disenchanter. Here, troll, eat a fireball. Look at that beautiful stuff. This is great. They're zapping wands at each other accidentally too. That's fun. Have another fireball. Here's a cheat. Have a trophy. Splat. Fire giant has caught it, but it's fine, right? I would think. The rust monster eats a ring mail. It's like, I may be dying, but I'm going to have some delicious ring mail before I go. Look at all this stuff going on. They're throwing daggers. They don't know what to do. Dagger hits the rust monster. The dagger runs. What are you guys doing? Morons. Morons. I didn't even put on a ring of conflict and they're this dumb. Here, Rust Monster, I don't like you. You're dead. You kill it, you kill it, you kill it. This is fun. The drawbridge collapses into the moat. Oh, they did do the wand of striking. If I had been next to that, I'd be a goner. Okay. Well, the drawbridge is gone now. Boing, the soldier picks up a pruning hook. Well, all I can say to that is, have another fireball. These people are resistant, it seems. A lot of resistance going on. Steam billows from the fountain. I'm like this evaporating this poor fountain. All right, you guys want to just come out and tango a little bit? Is that earth elemental? I mean, fire elemental. Soldier removes a pair of low boots and puts on a pair of jack boots. You're fire resistant, so have a magic missile. Okay. Fire giant. Did that get killed? I don't think it did. Oh no, they threw a knife at me. A spear, I mean. Here comes a, what, a giant zombie? People are morons. You guys are all morons. I got blinded by the bolt of lightning. Your arm tingled. I'm kind of a little concerned about that one. I don't think I have any resistance. Shouldn't I reflect that? I think your arm tingles means it's going to destroy a ring you had on, but I had none on. No, I do have a ring on. I have levitation. What is this about? Let me figure out what this is about. Oh, so what? Your arm tingles is while already blind. A zapped bolt of lightning from the wand missed you. Oh, I was blinded by the flash earlier, right? The moat is bridged with ice. Okay. Yeah, you're blinded by the flash, and then your arm tingles. Well, okay. All right. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, it'll do shock damage. I have resistance to that, but I guess I can still get blinded by it. All right. Well, let's try to finish it off with magic missiles. Destroy it. Supply unicorn horn. I can see again. Here nearby zap. Boulder falls apart. Boulder falls apart. It's wand striking again, I believe. How's my power? I shouldn't take for granted my power. I have 90 power. It's kind of low-ish. I think I'm fine for now, though. Let's magic missile some more. I think we're due for a fireball. Let's do that. Anybody else want some? You want to do some meleeing, guys? Wand of striking again. Boing. Like how it says boing because of my reflection. I don't know. Rock troll rises from the dead. Ah. I would like to have the wand of lightning. Where's the wand of lightning? I'm going to try to grab that. I gotta be not blind here. Look at this. All right, the C rations will be good to have, and the K rations. I don't think the wand of lightning is here. Nor is it here. Hmm. There it is. No, it's the wand of striking. I don't really care about that. Just my force bolt spell. Uh, Stop zapping shit at me. This guy friendly? Yeah, there's a friendly ogre lord. I'll leave him be. Is my alignment good by now, by the way? I've killed enough always hostile guys, I would think. The troll just woke up. They're regenerating. 2 trolls. I'm zapping a wand of cold. So much stuff here. I am levitating. Just got to be aware of these things. Did I miss the wand of lightning here? So guess what, Dan? Dan says they bridged the moat with ice. They should also allow you to evaporate the moat dry with fireballs so you can cross over. Just because they allow so much other stuff. I'm pretty sure you can boil stuff. I'm sorry, I'm at the point of the evening where I'm not speaking too coherently anymore. I think you can do that though. Let's see. Fire rays and explosions can destroy doors and may boil away any pools of water that they affect, leaving behind pits. Fire rays and fire traps can also melt. I feel like I did see some mentions of evaporation, but it might have been the fountains inside. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's only pools of water and the moat is too much. I'm not really sure. Or it does say may boil away, so maybe that's, I don't know, probabilistic in some manner. Yeah, they bridged it with ice, which is pretty cool. That's one way you can do it, by the way. You can intentionally do that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to collect some of these sea rations and stuff and drop food rations. But for now, I'm fighting. I'm going to try the stethoscope. I am now piously chaotic. I've killed enough creatures to be pious again. All right, so I am good alignment-wise. I mean, after all this, how can I not be? But let's check out what that means specifically. Piously aligned. So, back to the alignment record thingy. Yeah, I'm at 20 or higher, which is the maximum. All right. Well, that feels good. That means I can do prayer. I can do the praying and all that. And I still want to make that magic happen with try to get crowned. She'll grant me a extra skill slot for spells, basically, as well as a spellbook of Finger of Death. If you think I'm nuking things left and right now, with Finger of Death, everybody's gonna die. Haha. Who's the red guy here? Sergeant. Okay. I'm just gonna melee for a bit. It's fun. Hey, Sarge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to identify some of these things. Not all of them. Most of them are not worth identifying, probably. A rock troll rises from the dead. How many times do I have to kill you all? There's the wand of lightning, by the way. I'll eat the rock troll. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, let's get some C rations and K rations. Actually, let's get the wand of lightning and see if these, the wand of cold, see if these are, see what these are looking like charge-wise. Got 4 still, all right. Not great, but that's something. Yeah, between C rations and K rations, I think one of them is better. Which one is it? This is kind of micro shit right now. But I feel like at this point, once you fight this horde of soldiers, more like an army of soldiers, you can pretty much dump all your food, all your food rations, and just choose like K rations or C, whatever one's better. All right, so yeah, they each weigh the same, and they each take only 1 turn to eat, which is great. But the K rations fill you up for 400, the C fill you for 300. Technically, there could be situations where you'd overstuff yourself with the K, but I'm not gonna try to worry about these super rare situations. That's when I get all jammed up in my head. So let's pick up the K ration, yeah. And to my left should be, I don't know if that's safe or not. I gotta be careful. That's what the drawbridge was. Is there now water there or not? I know 2 spaces away there's ice. Not sure about this one. I'll just put on levitation before I go there just to be safe. I'm going to try some identifications. Just regular high boots, right? Okay. Pair of low boots is a +2 low boots. I can't really use it though. Many objects. Here's some more K rations. Hooray! Let's take out a couple of food rations in exchange. Cool. Sergeant, get out of my face. Didn't you see me like kill everybody else single-handedly? I mean, come on. Have some sense. Stop throwing spears. I mean, who's throwing a spear? Got some more K rations. I'll take out another food ration, I guess. More K. Soldier is confused. He tried to read a scroll of magic teleportation. Being confused, the soldier mispronounces the magic words. Where did it go? I don't know. I think it went to a new level. You hear blades being honed. What the heck is that? A throne? I don't know what that is. Special room, but it doesn't say what it is. Oh. That means there's a barracks on the level. That just means there's a room with a bunch of soldiers, essentially. Okay. Let's put on the blindfold to see what's going on. I mean, basically, I can handle all these things. I don't see anything dangerous. Quantum mechanic. Giant ant, green dragon, Tengu. I still want... Oh, I already have the intrinsic teleport control. I was about to say I still want to get that from the Tengu, but I now have it because I'm a level 17 wizard. All right, I mean, yeah, I'll just finish clearing these guys out. We can sit on the throne, maybe get a wish if we're lucky. Check out these 4 corner areas that, you know, one of which will have a wand of wishing. This area here is full of trap doors that lead to the, whatchamacallit, Valley of the Dead, so I don't want to go there yet. These two rooms are specifically the barracks, I believe. And there are 4 stores. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do they mean stores like a storeroom or an actual store where you can buy stuff? I don't think that's right that you can buy stuff here. All right. Yeah, pretty much got this. I'm still paranoid somehow about the drawbridge and the moat stuff, but I think it'll be fine. Gotta be careful every time I go there, you know. Oh, the quantum mechanic. What the heck do they do? They teleport you away? I remember they're annoying. Is it only when you eat them? I think they hit you and teleport you away. Yeah, but I have magic cancellation 3, and also it fails on non-teleport levels, so there's no real point to that. He's kind of useless. He's a useless quantum mechanic. All right, I'm gonna magic missile a lot of them. Time to just carve them all up. They can't seem to hurt me really. Carve, carve, carve. Should be searching more in that room to the right, shouldn't I? Killing all these innocent soldiers. Put my lenses so I search a little better. I just don't kind of don't like that impedes my switching. Impedes the speed at which I can switch to a blindfold, or in my case, a towel. Let's identify a dented pot just because I want to. It's just a dented pot. Right? I forgot about that. That's their helmet, a dented pot. Low budget. Potion of speed I'll take. Be encumbered, of course. Yeah. What are those used for in alchemy again? I don't know. Maybe I should just toss it. All right. I mean, you can really gradually get healing plus speed gets you extra healing. Trying to think of the if I do switch to boots of jumping in the end game, it could be useful to chug speed potions, so I can have both effects going on. Maybe I'll dump some more food rations. I'll just dump the remaining food rations. I have no more food rations. Might want to dump the garbage foods as well. I have a bunch of garbage. Wand of Death. Holy crap. I'll take that. Oh, 3 charges. Okay. Some more K rations. And I'm satiated. All right, what is really useless here? Especially in terms of nutrition versus weight. Like, what the hell is the point of a pancake? Do pancakes have any value? Pancake actually it's quite good. I'm shocked. Pancakes that give you 200 nutrition only weigh 2. Whereas what I'm saying is the awesome K ration. Basically, it has a 100-to-1 ratio of nutrition to weight. Whereas the K rations are what? They're only 40-to-1. Pancakes might be the best. They take 2 turns to eat, though. One of the nice things is K ration takes 1 turn to eat. All right, I don't know. Gotta dump something, though. Gotta get over pack ratism. Candy bar, are they any useful? I mean, it's another 1 turn thing, which can be okay. I guess I'm gonna dump that. It's not gonna save me here, but Cream pies, are they like heavy for their nutrition? They blind things. You throw it at them and blind. It's not really a good strategy. It's not really going to be helpful. I'll just dump the cream pies. It's just stupid. Okay. Hello, Lieutenant. There's a large box here. It's empty. Okay. I was like, ooh, loot. Yeah, it's an empty box. All right, I do have to wrap up this stream soon. It's quite late. However, hopefully I can finish this level. I'm not sure I really want these wands of lightning. Let's drop the lesser charge one. Hello, Black Dragon. What are you going to do to me? Soldier. The sergeant picks up Black Dragon skills. What are you going to do with that? In the middle of combat, it's like, he just killed his dragon. I will pick up its scales. Gray elf is friendly. Hello, elf. It's a fellow elf. Now, I think this room has a trapdoor, so I'm nervous. But I'm not seeing it. It might be okay. I think they're not in every space as listed here. It's just on some of them, maybe, or maybe even just one. All these T's. That could just be where they might appear. Okay. The throne room contains 27 monsters at the positions marked T. Oh. So they're not trapdoors. Are they? There's no down staircase, so the only way down to the Valley of the Dead is through the marked trapped doors. The floor is undiggable except for the trapdoor square. Okay. I'm a little confused. I mean, I should be standing on one of them. And they should be triggering the traps too, shouldn't they? I'm searching a lot. And even with the lenses on, they give me a bonus to find. I guess it's probably that the T's are only some of them are actually trapdoors, or maybe only one of them, but it's not really explaining that in the wiki. So, yeah, but according to this, there's... Hold on, there should be one to my right. If I go down right, there should be one... There should be north, east, and south of me should all have a trap. Yeah, so none of them are there. I don't know. Hello, soldier. Hello, soldier. Hello, father. Hello, mommy. The blue jelly. The immobile blue jelly seems to flinch. What is that? I'll eat it because it's here and I'm no longer satiated. Troll. I don't know. I guess the trapdoor marks space, and it must just mean one of them is a trapdoor. I think that's what it is. I've got a throne to try out here. That's cool. Delicious raven. Chest. Two food rations, a potion of oil, Worthless. I don't know. The potion of oil. I'm gonna be tempted to get, and now I'm encumbered. Maybe I won't bother with that one. Should I just sit on the throne? Let's do that. Can you get paralyzed from the throne? I don't like that prospect with monsters about. No, that's not one of the outcomes. Okay. Guess I'll just sit on it like the font says. I think since my money's in the bag of holding, it cannot get eaten by the throne. Is there anything else to look out for? Could get a genocide effect. Yeah, it's mostly good stuff or stuff that's not going to hurt me enough to matter. Oh, there's one that's you're confused for 15 plus D7 turns. It's not a big deal. I can always use my unicorn horn. In that case, protein pancakes, says Dan from earlier. Yeah. Yeah, they're good pancakes. You're packed with energy. Here comes a yellow light to bother me, and a giant beetle. Alright, I'm gonna sit on it. Feel out of place. Can you polymorph from this? I don't think you can. Just being paranoid now. Nah. Here comes the green dragon. I should probably deal with that. Green dragon. What do they spew? Acid? I'm wondering if the reflection might not handle that. Spew poison, right? It's a poisonous breath weapon. I think all the breath weapons are reflectable. Well, let's see what happens. I'm poison resistant anyway, so it shouldn't matter much. Hello, you want to fight? Might be good to identify the trapdoor. Oh, here we go. It reflects from your armor anyway. Okay. Your eyes sting, you cough. Can it still get me? Poison cloud. Oh, makes a poison cloud too. Basically like the stinking cloud spell. You can see again, your eyes sting, you cough. Okay. So it can mess me up marginally. Okay, it's dead. Is there any point to eating it? Probably poison resistance, right? Yeah, there's no point of that. Well, I'm not satiated. I will eat it anyway. I'm being kicked by a white unicorn, though. Oh, yeah. I think you can eat a non-co-aligned unicorn. That can get you poison resistance, which I also don't need. It leaves a unicorn horn, which I don't need. Yep, got one. Already got one. I'll make some white unicorn pancakes, too. I'm going to finish my meal of green dragon. Oh, no. I'm interrupted by a yellow light. Get out of here. I want to find the trap door. Or trap doors. Your oil lamp flickers considerably. Okay, I could fill it up. More oil. Here comes a tiger or something. Tiger, Shulman Karate. Abandoned. Your oil lamp's about to go out. It's fine. You trigger a trap. Luckily, the gas cloud blows away. I already have an amulet of magical breathing. Don't care about it. Empty box. Wow, that's pretty lame. The tiger lamp has gone out. Let's fill it up with oil. Dan says if eating the poison dragon upsets your stomach, at least you have a porcelain throne to sit on to do your business. I don't know if I said it was poisonous. I mean, porcelain. Sure, we'll go with that. Why not? Oil lamp, oil lamp. Potion of oil is what I'm looking for. Sorry, the brain is not too active right now. Maybe that's a sign I should stop. I would like to get my wand of wishing, though. There we go. Potion of oil. Let's fill it. How do you do this? I think you have to do it right. I think if I just do apply potion of oil, it'll like light it on fire to use it as like a flaming oil weapon. So I got to make sure I do it right. You dip it into you dip an oil lamp into a potion of oil to refuel the lamp. If you dip a lit oil lamp, it will cause the oil to explode. Okay, so it's out, right? Yeah, it's clearly out. So let's dip it. It's amazing how infrequently I've actually done this. All right, I filled it up with oil. Do I even need it right now? It looks like the room is lit here. Yeah, this room is lit. You can tell. But other areas were not lit. The dark blue means basically it was not lit, I guess. No, actually, right now it just means it's out of line of sight. Oh, where's this trap door? Like one by one searching a bunch of places. I don't want to fall into it. I wonder if I'm misunderstanding something. Well, I guess I can just sit on the porcelain throne a little bit more. Okay, let's do terrain and show only... Show map without monsters and objects. Just to see traps if I found any. Guess I haven't. Alright, let's hit some more. Feel out of place, that means nothing happened. You feel out of place, nothing happened. Oh well, that was a bogus throne. Well, let's what else can we do? There's storerooms to check out. Yeah, I mean, I could just get the one. Let's get the wand of wishing. Let's do it. That might make me too excited and do something stupid, but no, let's do it. It's got to go up here and explore the corners. So I can try 2 of them right away. Who goes there? Who's the dark blue? Should it be because we're captain? All right. Captain is swinging longsword, misses. You hit the captain, blah, blah, blah. Tengu is trying to teleport. You kill the captain. Vampire bat. It is a vampire lord again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's step away. And how about a magic missile? And another one. And another one. And another one. Now it's dead. Yeah, invisibility is almost like a cheat code to some extent. It's like... They're just like wandering around like, oh, where is he? Oops, I stepped into the poison cloud. Dope. Oh, it's a dragon again. A green dragon again. Potion of gain level that they didn't actually drink. Ooh. Uncursed gain level. I'm thinking I should just do it. Part of me goes, oh, but all that experience I've been grinding through. No, again, it's just like experience just doesn't matter at this point. And remember when I drank the last potion of gain level, it took me to like 800,000. So basically I gained something like 60,000, probably a little less, from all that monster grinding. So yeah, I think I should just drink it. I don't think I'm even gonna worry about blessing it. Let's just do it. Ta-da, level 18. Look at my XP now. Wow. 1.28 million. I think the max level is 30, by the way. You can see how hard it is to get that. Because again, I'm basically beyond the leveling up via experience points part. So I guess if I get like I need to get like 12 more or so, you know, level up things like potions to gain level or encounters with a succubus. But yeah, I'm only up to here. Only up to here. Got all these levels I still have to do. I mean, you don't have to do it. I mean, actually, I think most people don't reach 30 by the time they win the game, but it's nice. All right, let's go for these wands of wishing. Or the wand of wishing. Feel clumsy. I keep feeling clumsy, and I don't know why. I'm abusing my dexterity somehow, but I keep just, you know, using the cheat code that is the unicorn horn. Here is a scroll of scare monster and a chest. Scroll turns to dust as you pick it up. Oh well. Hexagonal wand. It's an unknown wand. I've seen like pretty much all the wands at this point. Wand of witching. It only has one wish. So I think that means it is the low end. Remember I said if I play my cards right, I can get 5 to 7 wishes. I think this is the 5. But the way I think the math works is I would use the one wish that it has, recharge it up to 3, and you can charge it once. That's 4 wishes at that point. And then I could do the resting of one final charge, and then it disintegrates at that point. So I got the short end of the stick, but 5 wishes is still pretty good. I just have to make sure that, you know, I use it intelligently, I guess. Yeah, it's always generated with 1 to 3 charges. It's too bad that I got 1 only. So a player should always maximize the wishes that they get from the castle wand or randomly found wand if at all possible. Use blessed recharging when the wand is at 0/0 to get another 3 wishes. Yeah, definitely. And then use zap the wand repeatedly to rest the last charge for a total of 5 to 7 wishes. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll get at least 1 magic marker, maybe even 2 now that I realize I have to write spell books potentially once I over enough turns, you know, you forget them and you can only read each spell book 3 times. But I have to think about it, and right now I'm in super overtired mode. Maybe I ought to just call the stream here. I kind of achieved the main thing I wanted to get from here, which is the wand of wishing. Let me consider a few things. Wand of death is good to have. It would be good to know the spell book of have the spell book of Finger of Death. Again, I want to try crowning to make that happen. My alignment is good again. I can start praying pretty regularly. I think I can do it right now again. I can just take note of what turn I did that on. I was supposed to take note of when I read the last spell book, Force Bolt. I guess I could look that up by reviewing my stream. Then you just name your thing, your spellbook accordingly is the idea. Right, you definitely don't want to lose the wand of wishing. Let's can't now. If I put in the cancellation, I'm gonna scream. So let's be super careful here. Just gonna put in the wand of wishing. L. That's what's highlighted. I'm pressing enter. Cancellation is not highlighted. Okay. Yeah, wand of wishing is nice. It sucks that I only got 1 when it could be, you know, 1 charge when it could have been 2 or 3. But hey, it's still 5 wishes when played correctly, right? So yeah, I'll get like I think 1 magic marker. I don't even know what else I want, to be honest. If I'm gonna go for crowning, I'll get that Finger of Death. Yeah, let's poke around. I mean, I could get more charging. Magic marker, charging. Let's look at the more fun wishing spoiler. I'm just daydreaming a little bit. It's like shopping in the catalog. Oh, somebody gave me a nice gift card for $100 at this place. Let's shop the catalog. Wishing spoiler. Go ahead. I like this old page. It's a really old page, but I like the way it organizes these things instead of the wiki, which is like a blob of text. So yeah, I mean, charging can be good to have. Don't need this. I already got the dragon scale mail angle covered. I already have reflection. I already have magic resistance. I already have speed boost. I could use gauntlets that are not sucky. Gauntlets of power are not good for a wizard because they interfere with your spell casting badly. But I think generally the best thing for wizards is gauntlets of dexterity. It's kind of perhaps counterintuitive because you would think that maybe that's not super useful for a wizard. But basically, it's the best bonus you can get from any kinds of gauntlets that doesn't interfere with your spell casting. And the reason why it doesn't is because they are just leather gloves. Excuse me, leather gloves. As opposed, yeah, see, it says here won't hinder spell casting if you get that. So that might be something I get. Could be good to get. Yeah, this is kind of an ascension kit item. The ascension kit is a term that people use in the Nethack community to mean this is the checklist of stuff you need to win. Ring of Free Action is so good because later in the game, some of the demons like Demogorgon and some other stuff can paralyze you, and that can be a game killer. So free action, you can find it. It's not incredibly rare, but I haven't so far, so it might be good to wish for that. T-shirt sounds stupid, but it's just another thing you can stack enchantments onto. It gives you 0 armor class out of the box, but you can enchant it. You can give it a +4 or whatever and get more AC. I'm not really that concerned about that though. I'm kind of thinking, I have 5 wishes and I don't need anything desperately, but I'll get a Ring of Free Action, Gauntlets of Dexterity, Magic Marker, and maybe I'll think about the other 2. Maybe more charging, but I can just write that with the Magic Marker even, but it's so expensive to write. Anyway, I have time to think about it though. I could learn the Polymorph spell or something like that. Yeah, it's fun to check out all the options here. I mean, there's obviously more than just these, but these are all good ideas. I would feel a lot better having free action available. If I do find Demogorgon, I think right now I'd be screwed, honestly. For robe, I might want to look into how robes work. That uses the cloak slot, which I already have. I'm kind of happy with. I already have that slot filled. I'm kind of happy with Cloak of Protection because it provides MC3. It's the only thing in the game that does. It used to not be the case. It used to be that Cloak of Protection wasn't fantastic because all it gave you was armor class. But they changed that. So robe would only give me MC2. So that would be a downgrade. However, I would get enhanced spell casting, which, I'm a wizard. That's what I do. So it's not something to overlook, perhaps. I just don't remember how the bonuses actually work. Decreases penalty worn by any metal armor by half. Or if no metal armor is being worn, decreases spellcasting difficulty by the full penalty amount for that roll. I don't understand what that means. I'll look into it another time. But I don't think I actually have a problem with fail rates of most of my spells. At least nothing I'd actually want to cast regularly. Like Haste Self and Remove Curse. And those are like super rare things that I actually want to cast them, but it's fair enough, I guess. Those are level 3. What is say Finger of Death? That's level 7. Oh geez. Well, it depends on your skill too. I have attack. I'm really skilled in attack, and so with level 4 attack that I already have, I have a 0% fail. If I get Finger of Death, that's level 7. And I'm not sure what my fail rate would be, but it could be that it's not 0. It might be something like 10% or whatnot. In which case, maybe, having the robe would help mitigate that issue. I don't have Finger of Death yet, but all right, some stuff to consider, but I think I ought to wrap it up for tonight. Yeah, I got some cool stuff going on the horizon here, and after this, we descend into the Valley of the Dead, and then we get to those tedious Gehenna maze levels that I mentioned. But yeah, Valley of the Dead is always right below the castle. As it mentions here in the wiki, you should drop through one of the trap doors. And there's a bunch of undead and stuff. I think there's wraiths you can eat, so I keep trying to eat wraiths to gain levels. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed though. Undead, what? Doesn't really mention say several graveyards. Okay, graveyards have undead. That's how. I was wondering why I didn't mention undead here, but that's because it says it contains several graveyards, which are a specific thing mentioned here. Undead creatures are less likely to leave corpses, though. That's right. I'm starting to recall there's a trick people do to try to like lead a wraith up to a different level just so you can. Yeah, here you go. They're a common occurrence in graveyards, and their corpses are highly desirable. Some players lure wraiths away from graveyard levels before killing them. Note the castle is considered a graveyard level. Ah, making luring wraiths up from the Valley of Dead more difficult. So that's why, I mean, I could have just, had bad luck, but that wraith I killed on the castle had only a 1/9 chance of leaving a corpse. Yeah, okay. So that's an easy explanation for why the wraith on the castle didn't leave a corpse, although it could have happened anyway. Anyway, yeah, I gotta wrap it up. Oh god, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, this is beyond my bedtime. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for chatting with me, Dan the Man. I know my wife is in bed by now. And thanks to Ryan, who I think probably left earlier. And thanks to Eric Johnson. And thanks to everyone else who is watching but not chatting. Maybe you're watching this after the fact even. Yeah, so Nethack is, as we talked about earlier, one of my all-time faves. And I'm hoping I can ascend with this character, Ooga, the Sorcerer. His character class is Wizard, but over here it says Sorcerer. That's his current ranking. It's nothing to be taken for granted. I'm still scared of Demogorgon and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of work to do too. All right. Good night, everyone. I'll see you next time for part 11. Take care. Really save.